ASCI Unit-314. We are back. Who wants to recap?
We're
We're
in
going to jail.
trouble. Oops. I think that covers it.
Maybe a little more detail.
We helped
Okay.
a slave escape.
Yeah. All right.
And why would you get
Basically.
in trouble for helping a slave escape?
All right. So the guy in charge of us, Rufus, he was like, "Hey, there's this administrator asset that's loose in the woods, and she's running towards the lost village. You gotta go get her and bring her back." We were like, "Okay," thinking, okay, normal mission, whatever. We get there, we find her. Turns out she's from a work camp. Turns out it's just slavery again. So we're like, no, that's fucked up. And we decide we're not doing that. So we drive her the rest of the way to Canada and let her go. This is after Ivo crashes the truck into a tree. We come back and we lie. And then we immediately get caught in our lie because the bird fucking snitched on us. And now we're getting court-martialed. Do we need more detail, or is that good?
No, that's good.
Fuck that.
All right, thank you.
The differences between Squawk and Haktua. Squawk's a bro.
Skulk is
Why
a
do we
bro.
have to
I'd
get
die
the
for
snitch?
him.
Why did we have to
Who
get
the hell is Squawk?
Another cool bird person from the Wandsman.
She's a bird person. And also that would be, like, even more of a crime. I don't think we can get away with that. Also, we are streaming, so just so you know.
Yeah. Yeah. Squawk was the first Wandsman they met in present day campaign. And he's chill. He helps them
Also,
out
don't we
sometimes.
do the thing?
What?
The plugs.
Oh, right, because we don't have name tags. All right, so I'm apparently first. You are already watching Where You Can See Me. Ivo!
Hello, I'm Dr. Ivo Klinsky. I can be found on TikTok and YouTube by that name.
Real!
Dr. Alexander Real. You can find me on TikTok at Dr. Period Alexander Real. Delano
Morat!
is now impartial to the period.
I'm Agent Morat. You can find me on TikTok and like pretty much everywhere else, but not there anymore.
All right, and Nez.
I'm Nezra _ on TikTok, and that's, like, it.
All right.
Maybe.
So we had just finished out of stream watching an episode of MASH, so they know what the camp looks like.
How many sessions have we done?
This is the 6th.
Oh, there's
Yeah.
only
I'm
4.
sorry.
We're 6 sessions in, and we only just figured out what our camp looks like.
Hey, it's been a work in progress.
Yeah,
We're
it's
so good
large
at this, guys.
tents, reinforced with wooden frames.
Man,
Outside of the... Oh, yeah.
You know what this camp could use? A pit.
A hole.
We're all gonna be too dead to dig the hole, or too arrested.
Hey, who's gonna carry on the legacy?
Too
Oh.
arrested to dig the hole is very funny.
God, so your new character is going to hear about the pit and decide to continue the project?
He just looks at the like 1 foot deep by like 40-foot hole. He's like, "Hey, what's the deal with that?"
However, I am
I'm
kind of
intrigued.
lucky
Weirdo.
based on the actions I've taken with my character. I have 4 other characters that are currently working on the tent.
Yep. Okay, so yeah, outside of the tents, there is now a fully wooden border fence wall thing. Past that is just a bunch of trenches with like nightly raids from the Lost Village. It has become kind of routine. Protect it, the camp each night, and then burn the dead. Except now for you guys, who are in, like, the only brick building, the Brig.
Damn, they built a whole building out here. And it's not even for anything good. It's a prison.
Yeah.
We are
Prison.
in trouble.
Yep,
Are we the
brick
only ones in the
building.
brig?
Yeah, right now, yeah.
Goody.
So what you
Are-
doing? You are all in the same cell.
Are
Just
we the
like-
first? We can't
Yes.
possibly be the first. Oh,
my
God. Even worse.
No,
You
nobody
never
got
want to set the precedent.
nobody got like whacked on the pee for like stealing food or something. Not at all.
Nope.
Man.
Yeah.
First
Black was just sitting there.
Legally.
Black was just
Yeah,
sitting there,
for
gas
some-
mask off, harmonica in hands.
This one is ASCI, so it's a more military thing. This is post World War One. Yes, we did, but it was more also. Sorry,
All
I
right,
can hear
anyway.
me talking to my brother, couldn't you? I'm so
Yeah.
sorry.
That's fine. All right, so you are all sharing a cell. It is early in the morning. You've just spent the night. What you doing? Like breakfast has just been delivered. It is not good. Like
Does it come
gruel.
with a spoon?
Yeah. Yes, there is a spoon. The spoons will have to be counted when they're collected.
No shoving them.
I go to the break wall and just start.
Nothing
Well-
happens.
I really wish this building had cells.
Anyway, what you doing? You are all on your lonesome at the moment.
I'm trying to dig out of the cell.
You won't.
That
Del,
doesn't stop me from
friend.
trying.
My dear friend, that's not going to work.
I mean, you can
Ah,
keep trying.
yeah,
It just
DM
won't
me.
accomplish
I'll-
anything.
What'd you say, Ivo?
Nah, just give me a minute. I'll get us out of here.
No, you won't, but okay. You have fun, buddy. So, that didn't quite go well.
I think Trench
Listen,
Madness
at
might have
all.
finally got to him.
Yeah.
Listen, men, I've seen
Possibly.
lots of men dig before, and the men that dig don't be looking like you. Stick to your trucks.
I can't. There ain't no trucks in
Henry!
here.
Oh God. Okay.
Black was just like, there's nothing we can do in here. And he's like playing prison blues on his harmonica.
Oh, he has a harmonica?
Yeah.
Nice.
When did you get a harmonica?
Smuggled him.
I mean, it is basic enough that, yeah, sure, you can have a harmonica.
Hell yeah. I will take that.
Snuck in a harmonica.
Also, how is Bright looking?
Ooh.
What you mean? What you mean by that, buddy? What you mean?
Oh, nothing.
I was not under the impression that anything happens when something happens.
Also,
Unless you would like to fill me in.
No,
Ow.
it's
Aren't you
it's up
very
to you
corrupted
if
right
anything
now?
happens. I will not confirm what level anyone's corruption is at. That is an
Oh.
RP thing, up to the player. Like if they want to foreshadow their character disbanding.
I mean,
I'm already out of food.
he's relatively fine. It's something's probably
He's fine.
like he's still him.
Never
He
mind
looks
the
him.
collecting the arcane fetishes,
Yeah, ignore that. That's
which are
Don't worry about that.
currently confiscated.
Oh
Rats.
my god.
was a night.
Along with
makes
everyone's weapons.
Ah, damn it.
Oh, I couldn't even have the drum. That's bullshit.
No.
Or the bullet like armor that you built.
It worked. I
That
should
saved
be
his
dead.
life.
It worked.
Yeah, this is true,
They
but they also
attempted
like
to make
know
a
about it now.
machine gun out of spoons.
God. That would also not work.
Out of 4 spoons.
Anyway, if you want to prepare, now's a good time.
Okay.
Man, I can't believe they took Veronica from me.
What do we want to
What?
say?
You're upset. I heavily modified that machine gun. I want it back.
Get a not guilty verdict, and you might get it back.
Yeah, just exonerate yourself.
It's simple.
And highly unlikely.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're so incredibly fucked.
Yeah, it might be over for us, guys.
All
All
right.
right.
Are you actually going to lay out your plans now? The audience is here.
Do we have a plan?
Dude,
I
that's a
keep trying to
great-
make a plan, and then people keep distracting me. So, here's what I've been trying to say.
Tell us about it.
We can argue that the thing they wanted us to do was just like so wrong that we couldn't follow the order. Like, this is literally just doing slavery again, which is illegal. And maybe we could get a jury to agree with us on that. Maybe.
Solid
We
plan.
could also
Not the worst plan.
just blame me.
Or blame the train robber.
Table that.
Oh yeah, it was his first mission with us.
Throw him under the bus.
Yeah.
The FNG.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like getting a jury to sympathize here is the best way. Because then, like, this could happen again. There is a full fucking camp full of these people. Like,
Yeah.
feel like it's better to, I don't know, at least get the word out about it.
Yeah.
Be like, hey, this is, because, like, this is who we're working for. This is information that we now have.
Yeah, just so you know, they're doing slavery again.
They're bringing
I
it
do
back.
have an idea. If we are going to go the blame Victor route,
Hmm.
Don't think we're going to the plane route.
Let them.
Shoot.
just hear me
What
out
is it?
here.
Go ahead.
Hear me out here.
Mm-hmm.
Once Victor actually gets a chance to defend themselves, they lay out what, like, why they were holding us hostage.
It would. I can't believe I'm agreeing with you wanting to throw me under the bus, even though I did technically suggest it. But it would make it easier to get all of you off and then get the word out. But then the question would be, could I feasibly hold all 3 of you hostage by myself? I mean,
Grenade.
they saw Cross had the grenades, though. And they would have taken the grenades away from Cross.
They definitely
No,
would have taken my grenades away. They'd be like, "Hey guys, you're in jail. Probably not allowed to have grenades."
We did also, like, all come back together and then immediately lie about what happened collectively.
Yeah. But
Feasibly,
did-
you could have taken one of Cross's grenades, pulled the pin, and used it as a dead man switch.
yeah. They also did see me telling Dell to shut up multiple times. I don't know if he was actually trying to sleep or just pretending to so we wouldn't have to answer questions, but every time that he said something, I did tell him to shut up.
And that is to the eye of the beholder. I'm gonna be real.
Yeah. But the question is also, Dell, Arthur, and myself, we all looked like shit. Cross looked fine. So,
We looked like
if
shit.
someone
We did look.
yeah, we were we were almost dead. Cross was fine. So, then the question becomes, if someone testifies to the state we were in, would someone believe that Cross couldn't just get it away from me? And also, how would I get it from Cross, you know?
Feeling like this plan ain't too sound.
Cross, do you think I could have tricked you into giving me a grenade?
I mean, you ain't gotta trick me. You just gotta ask nicely.
Well, there we go. I guess I could have gotten a grenade. That shockingly easy.
Yeah,
I said
Cross,
please, and then
I
I
don't
held
think
everyone
you should just
hostage.
give out grenades.
All of you had a gun, though. Oh no, but I pulled. If what Ivo said would have been true, I would have pulled the pin by then.
Who's Avo?
Ugh. That fucking bird just had to snitch.
Honestly.
Pointing
bitch.
fingers like that as your defense strategy. Your Honor,
Literal shit.
that bird's a bitch.
Your Honor, are we serious?
Your Honor, you wasn't even there.
Your Honor, he was just holding it for a friend, I swear.
Your Honor, I'd like to plead oopsie daisies. Like,
Your Honor.
Your Honor, I plead Uno reverse.
yeah, but that
We
no,
saved her
you're
life
on
too.
trial
No, come
now.
on, Seth. That rat, that flying rat.
Yeah, next time, next time we'll leave them for the giant mouth moose creature.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How dare they?
I mean, the first red flag was that her name was Hawktua. We should have known that Dell was up to some nonsense.
Probably.
We
Yeah.
should have known
I
from
didn't think
that.
she'd fucking stick around.
Yeah, me neither. I thought she was just gonna like show up.
That'd
Hey,
be
how
more
you
of a
doing?
one-off kind of thing.
Peace.
Yeah.
I figured
Yeah.
Does
the
Phil
fence
still
kicks
have
and,
his welding goggles?
Not in the brig.
And instead, we've been cursed with the snitch bird.
Yeah.
We should have let her get eaten. It's a shame we don't have the cannibal. We could have just fed her to him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's out scot-free.
No, he's dead.
Also,
Oh,
still
right,
not
he
much-
died. We didn't get the
I
replacement
could've done
character.
anything there.
Yeah. We do know that he was a cannibal, though, right? Because like we probably went through his stuff and found the fingers.
We did find the
Oh,
fingers.
yeah,
I
like,
pretty much
the-
remember that.
The
How
next
did we
day, there
feel
was
about
like
that?
there was like a sigh of relief across the camp.
Yeah. How did we feel about that? We were sleeping next to that man.
I'd been antsy about it this whole damn
Oh.
time.
Most of us were sleeping next to them.
You were getting dragged back to the tent by the ear. Don't forget.
Sometimes.
Most times.
Back when he was still just studying the blueprints, you couldn't exactly drag him.
All right, back to how the fuck are we getting out of this?
I did put on screen you asking, what is our defense going to be? And me replying with the gif of a tank.
Unfortunately, we don't have access to it.
And
But
it's
that would be
also
funny.
not completely assembled
Also
yet.
not done.
Yeah. Just, Your Honor, we have a tank. Let us go. Yes? Yes. Okay.
That works for Ivo, or that works for Dell. Jesus fucking Christ.
All right. What's everyone else thinking?
I don't know. I
Feel-
think the appealing to the jury's humanity thing's the better option here.
Yeah. But someone keeps wanting to throw me under the bus. And I'm staring
You-
directly at
You are
Conacher.
that someone. You are that someone.
You are just insisting upon it.
You do keep
know what?
coming back to it.
Every
Yeah,
time that
like-
I say to you, Ivo, what should our legal strategy be? You go, I have my legal strategy. It's Victor did it. Victor made me do it. He had a grenade.
And who brought that up? Who started that?
It was a possible suggestion when it was midnight and I was sleepy. Bitch. With love.
In my defense, I was eepy.
Essentially. It is a plausible defense, but it's not my preferred defense. the other two, or at the very least, Mole Rat is like, yeah, no, we can argue the humanity of they were trying to do slavery again. We don't want to do that. And you're like, Victor did it though. We can just blame Victor. We have
That's like
options.
the whole point of like, hey, we're fighting
I've
for
also
humanity right
suggested
now
blaming
while also
Cross.
doing like some absolutely inhumane shit. That's not cool.
Yeah.
In my defense, I've also suggested blaming Cross.
That's not better.
Buddy, okay, we're not throwing anyone under the bus. Damn.
Are you sure about that?
Yes.
We're gonna throw the bird under the bus. We need to damage her
Honestly, yeah, real
credibility
shit.
somehow. I hate her. I don't. Well,
I
I'm
do.
mad at her. We saved her life and then she went on to snitch. She called us primitives.
Yeah, Skyrat.
I'd like to remind you of that. Yeah.
Your Honor, it's a fucking bird.
Your Honor, she got fucking feathers.
Okay,
God, we're
so
getting convicted so fucking fast.
while you are discussing, you see the guards escorting what kind of looks like a civilian into the brig. He's got like longish, scruffy hair, a little bit of a nicely trimmed beard, green turtleneck, and a briefcase.
Heavy
And he's he's escorted to in front of your cell, given a seat in front of the bars so we can talk to you. The guards leave, and he introduces himself. Morning, folks. I'm Herman Kondraki. I'll be your attorney.
Mr. Kondraki, pleasure's mine. You can call me Cross, Mr. Cross.
Del Conacher.
Mm-hmm.
Arthur Blackwood.
Victor Bright.
Yep. I've been briefed on your files. I've already spoken to the prosecution and gotten their evidence. So now is the time we have to discuss your strategy and go over these files.
Sure. What kind of
Well,
evidence
you
did we
got the
get?
best timing in the world.
But I should warn you in advance, while they're not listening and you have client confidentiality, now is the time to tell me the truth. If you lie to me and that comes out, I won't be able to effectively represent you.
Yeah, we
That is true.
escorted her to the border. It was the right thing to do.
All right.
They sent us to find her. We found her. She was running from a work camp. It's fucked up. So we took her the rest of the way to the border and let her go.
All right.
Well, I don't feel too bad about it neither.
I'd do it again.
Nor do I.
That's the first good thing I've heard you say, Conacher.
Yeah, hold up.
Quiet, boom boy.
I'm starting to like you.
It's like, I fully understand your position, but let's just go over the case they have against you. So first off, the witnesses they plan on calling is Commander Rufus and Wandsman Haktua.
Okay, good. Well, not good for us, but good for
And
us,
the
basically.
evidence they have is this photo. They made a second copy for your defense. And you can see it's a photo up, pointed down like it was taken within the tree line, and it shows your group helping the escaped prisoner into the truck, and Conacher still has his sidearm.
He's right next to a sign. It's like "Welcome to Canada." Like
no. This is like you can still see the giblets of the exploded enemies around the truck.
We hadn't decided to take her to Canada yet.
wow, true.
At that point, we were still doing our job.
Yeah,
And
that's true.
That
I
picture
was
doesn't prove
sitting
shit.
in the truck, presumably with my holster below any visible line.
Oh, you didn't get out of
Yeah.
the truck?
The only people who got out of the
You
truck to
had
get
to
her into it
fix
was
it.
me. He got out of the truck to fix it. That was...
No,
The image was taken as we were helping her get in the truck. The truck was already fixed by then because we had driven it over to her.
So all it
Did
does
you?
is prove that the gun hadn't been eaten. So it proves one lie,
Okay.
but it doesn't prove that we drove her over the border, and
Okay.
it doesn't prove that we
All right.
like.
It shows her being escorted into the truck. I guess Conager would be in the truck, so that's fine. Rewinding a little bit.
I remember what I did.
Yeah, the only people who got her into the truck were me and Cross, because Cross laughs at her, and I took her knife away
Sure did.
because she was gonna cut her own neck by accident. We decided to bring her to Canada after a little bit of driving when we were talking to her. So the picture doesn't really show anything if it's showing us getting her into the truck.
No.
Right?
Well, I went over their testimony, or at least the official report, and you made the claim that you found her dead, which that photo is kind of damning to your case.
Ooh,
Ah.
right.
Damn it.
Oh yeah.
All right. However, we weren't under oath when we said that.
That's
Well,
not the point.
You were giving an oral report, which means it was still on the record.
It also shows us putting her in the truck and then disappearing from any radar for like a day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like we had fully like mission complete, just had to get her home, and then it took us like 20 hours plus
to do that.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, I made a promise I was going to turn my life around, and I'm not going to let some damn shirt tell me I'm doing it wrong.
I like Cross. I was iffy on him before, but I like him.
Trauma bonding.
Conager I'm mad at right now. That's not what trauma bonding is.
Thick as thieves. You're all in the same prison cell.
We never like read the article for what the like supposed anomaly we just let go was, right?
I've read it. I don't think we read it like in character, but we
like, not in
have
character.
Are you talking about it in character right now, though?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll ask the guy, just be like, okay, what is like the do you know what the exact anomaly we were supposedly letting go was?
Yes, that is part of their part of their case against you. And he brings out the file, and it's phenomenon.
They're willingly talking about that shit?
What?
They're willingly talking about that shit? Wild.
In the court-martial, yeah. It's not a jury trial.
Oh, fuck.
What kind of court-martial is it?
Bench trial.
There's different kinds, and I believe there's a specific one where you don't have an option. But even then, soldiers are still entitled to a choice between a bench trial versus a jury trial. And then if they choose a jury trial, they're entitled to the choice between enlisted versus officers.
All right, we can do that. Kendraki will ask you your preference.
Enlisted jury.
Yes, we did talk about this before you showed up.
In detail, yes.
Enlisted.
Yep.
All right. It will be a closed court, and they will be heavily NDA'd.
I don't know what those letters mean, but
non-disclosure agreement.
They can't
talk about it.
And he produces the file that describes phenomenon 1851-023.
Reading through
this. All right. Does anybody
like, what the fuck?
Does anybody in here want to talk about what it says?
About
just
what?
Out of character.
I know it. I do not want to talk about it because I don't like it whatsoever.
About what? What says?
what the phenomenon is.
It is just a justification for slavery and beating black people. That is the entire thing. It is later, when the SCP Foundation becomes a thing, it is later rescinded and everyone's horrified, and they only keep it up to shame Dr. Cartwright and everyone who helped him.
Which I guess the SCP Foundation's formed later in this universe because in the article, the protocol was disbanded in 1916.
Yeah, and this is 2 years later.
Yeah.
Yeah, again, like Site-314, it's alternate universe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, but to describe what the phenomenon claims to be is kind of a mimetic effect causing slaves to flee the safety of their master. Because, of course, that would have to be some kind of phenomenon and not just normal human behavior. So anyway, he pulls out the file, he reads it to you. Has anyone here not actually read it?
I read most of it.
I did not read it.
Okay.
You might want to go read it, my friend.
It is a what the fuck article.
It's in reference art.
Yeah, it's bad.
It's bad.
Though the article is well written, it's an interesting
The article's
story
well written.
about a
The
what
story
the
is
fuck story.
Yeah. That's what we mean when we say it's bad.
Yeah.
Copy link.
So anyway, he brings it out. Everybody reads it, and it's like, okay, so to be honest, I see where you're coming from. My organization has been going through a lot of paperwork in the last couple of years, trying to get our ducks in a row. And a lot of stuff like this has been popping up.
Hold on. Who'd you say you worked for again?
That is classified and not relevant for your defense.
Now listen, I don't know nothing about this phenomenon, but I do know that my grandpappy fought for the Union.
And you get like a solemn nod from
Like,
Kondraki.
okay. So, I mean, I think our best strategy is trying to convince a jury of our peers this is like bogus.
Bullshit.
But hypothetically, I'm asking the lawyer here. Hypothetically, if they throw the book at us and we get absolutely pounded, maximum sentence, what are we looking at?
Oh yeah, of course. The maximum sentence for this, honestly, I'm trying to remember the word. It's like being disobedient. No. God damn it! What is the word? It's like a synonym for disobedient.
AWOL?
No, that's
No.
Disorderly?
Close. Disubordination, something like that.
Oh,
Insubordination.
Insubordination. That's the word. Okay.
We were all struggling so hard for that word.
Honestly, you're looking at at most 20 years jail time.
20 years?
But that is
worst
right
case. On the edge of World War I or World War II.
That would be like if you got a superior officer killed by not following orders.
Okay.
This
we just didn't. Okay.
Frankly, I'd love to give him a chat.
I'd love to see Cross give him a chat.
Yeah.
As would I. Again, I'd also love to give him a chat in a different way.
All right. So
that
what?
Would definitely get us a higher sentence.
All right. You know Commander Rufus and Wandsman Haktua better than I do. What do you think their testimonies will probably include?
Oh boy.
Bullshit.
We can't say that, but you're right.
And
here I was trying to hold back my snark.
I'm
I just gonna be
sorry.
them talking about us being
Bullshit.
insubordinate and like directly not following orders or aiding a
Bullshit.
fugitive or something. So,
Could we
not
try to
great.
use helping Haktua in the beginning to our advantage? No. Maybe? I don't know. Character evidence is always a dangerous thing. Because
Yes, I
when the
would
defense
advise
uses
against
it,
it.
the prosecution can use it. And then
Like
it gets
anything
bad.
anything about facts and details would be immensely valuable here.
Do we really know these people all that well?
Not really. We never actually had much face to face with like our superiors.
Dell would have.
It's true.
Yeah, but again, I
Rufus
don't
would have had
talk
more
too much
time
to
with
people.
Dell.
From what I saw, he's just a big mean mother hubber who likes to take command and stay in it.
Haktua's, she just kind of stays with the people in charge when she's around. She's a snitch and a bitch. No, I can't say that.
Yeah,
I'm so mad.
that's fair. Squawk would
Yeah.
never. Squawk
Yeah,
would
Squawk would never, yeah. He may
I
be
have to laugh.
indifferent at worst.
I have to
Walk the
say,
homie.
Squawk
I
a
have
homie
a
for
friend.
real. He saved us once.
I have a friend who's schizophrenic, so when I mentioned that a bird person snitched on us, she went, see, I told you the birds were snitches. And I had to take a fucking minute to figure out if she was joking or not.
I just like the idea of giving you two different perspectives of the same organization.
Yeah. I'm sure you're having a field day with this Dell.
Oh yeah.
Look at
Gotta
his
get
happy little
my
face.
kicks somehow.
Look at that face. He's so happy.
I love
Yeah.
punishing my players for opposing
Oh, yeah.
slavery.
My players did the moral thing today.
Court martial.
That's
We're
pretty
getting
fun.
in more trouble for doing the right thing than we did for burning Cuddles alive.
Yeah. Actually, you haven't
Yeah,
faced any consequences for that because you haven't
That's fair.
reported back.
That's true.
Probably fine. I don't
That
think
is-
they'll care too much.
I don't think anyone's gonna be all that
They'll
mad.
give us a raise. Did Cuddles
Yeah,
ever actually work for the Foundation? It's like
Yeah.
a big question. Oh, fuck.
Like, he was level 4 with the rest of you.
Oof.
They gave him
Oopsie.
clearance? That's on them. That was a dumb
Yeah.
fucking idea.
Also, Molrat, have you seen the end of that session?
I have seen the end of that session.
They tried
Okay,
to
good.
work with a dark god. I don't know if they were a dark god. I'm making assumptions. I'm just like, why would they try to
What?
hurt me?
And I turned my mic off on OBS for that conversation so you'd only hear his side.
No, Lord.
That's mean.
So even if you watched the episode, you still wouldn't have known what the deal was. Anyway, back to now.
Amazing.
Back to now in this universe.
All right, so what I can
the
assume
birds
they're
are
going to bring
snitches.
up is that the wandsman saw you, which means she's probably going to testify about everything that you did.
That we're
And Commander
liars.
Rufus is the one who gave you the mission. He will probably testify what the phenomenon was.
Yeah.
Can we make it sound as bad as possible?
I
Like
hope you
it's
do.
bad.
That is what we have to do. So we can talk about we can talk about how we found her with like bruising and injuries and like clear marks from like chains and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Talk about like how desperate she was to get out of there.
She was
Shit
ready
like
to
that.
fight us with just a knife.
She was
Oh,
ready
yeah.
to fight us. A group.
We
Oh,
had
yeah.
guns and shit, and she pulled out a knife. She was ready to go.
Looking at the photo of you helping her into the truck, you do see like the scars on her ankles.
You can see that from the trees. That's crazy.
Well, I mean, she
That's
has.
insane.
She's from another dimension. She's using her own camera.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that
It's
part.
an icon. Yeah, we could definitely bring that up. Like, it's in evidence too, so.
All right.
Can they
And
use
a
their
guard.
voices?
Can they what?
This is a question for you as the DM. Does
Yeah.
anybody outside of the party know that, like, I've been talking to things?
No.
Okay, good.
Unless
I
you
got you.
have been doing it in front of anybody.
No.
Okay,
Oh no,
then
I just
no.
watched you use the runes for the fucking bullet.
You walked behind the tent. That was on you. You came and found me. I wasn't, like, out in the open.
Like, I have slightly heard you talking, but not much.
Yeah.
Okay,
You
so
guys are
anyway,
my friends, so it's fine.
a guard comes in, hands a file to Kondraki, and leaves. He opens, reads it, closes it. All right, they're adding one more witness for testimony.
Who?
Conager.
What?
What?
Conager!
He can't be.
Don't
What
look at
did you
me!
do? What did you do?
Oh, hell. I'm one of the 6, remember?
I don't
You
know
I'm
if
also
any-
one of the
motherfucker.
6. They didn't call me.
They didn't
I'm mad
call
at
you
you.
because you haven't done anything worthwhile.
He
Fuck
has.
you!
First of all-
Ow!
First of all, yes, he has. Fuck you. Second of all, Conager, what the fuck? Third,
Look,
what the fuck
I
happened to the
did
Fifth
not agree to
Amendment?
it. I didn't sign a goddamn thing other than my name.
Conager, you told me that you read the things you signed.
Besides
Well,
him,
they told me it was a list so that they'd know who was working on the
You didn't read it?
Oh.
Kondraki, is it okay if I hit him? Please?
save it for afterwards.
Ugh.
Nobody's watching. Go ahead.
Oh, never
Dope.
mind. All right.
I got permission from our lawyer. I get to hit Conager in the face. I'm hitting Conager in the face.
Permission from our lawyer.
We've
I'm hitting
cleared
you
this
in the
with our
face.
lawyer is very funny.
Yeah.
If we
I am slapping him in the face,
incapacitate the
Conager.
person
I'm
that they're
sorry.
bringing to the stand, they can't bring him to the stand.
It is witness tampering, but who cares?
It is
It's fine.
witness tampering, but they also did put him in the same room as us.
Yeah. What happened to the Fifth Amendment? What the fuck? Okay.
Oh, you can still
Smack him.
invoke it.
Yeah. Just don't say shit, Conager.
Alright.
Oh, this will be fun.
Everything up there. Why did they call
So
you?
this is a bit out of character, but I just realized the power that I have.
Oh
We
god.
discussed this the other night when I was talking about which out of the four of us would be good to go on the stand, and I specifically mentioned you would be bad.
I think we all unanimously said that you would be the worst option for who would go up on the stand.
Was Bill there for that conversation?
I
I
Oh my
don't
god, Dell was
remember.
totally there for that conversation, wasn't he?
Oh, it doesn't matter if I was
Yes,
there or
it was.
not. It is easy to deduce.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fair. How does that make you feel, Ivo, that the DM just knows that you are the worst person for us to put on the stand? How does that feel?
Good. It feels good.
It should. It should.
It's good to be seen.
I'm not getting any quotes down. I hope y'all know this.
Oh,
It's recorded anyway.
Yeah.
You are
I'm
free
not
to go
going.
back and rewatch. Or everyone else can like record your favorite quotes.
Yeah, y'all can do it too. It doesn't have to be me.
Yeah. Your title is unofficial.
Yeah. All right. Does Kondraki know why Conager is being called to testify, other than for the tank thing loose-lipped? And I yelled at him to shut up multiple times. I didn't yell.
Okay. I haven't said a goddamn thing about the tank.
That's why I said other than the tank. I said other than the tank.
All right, it looks like it is in reference to the whereabouts of your sidearm.
All right, that makes sense.
No.
Since that-
Deny. You don't recall.
Since that is government property, or ASCI property specifically, that you have lost.
I mean, look, man. All I can say, I drove for about like 8 hours
We gave it to her.
straight.
Conager, don't lie to the lawyer.
Yeah.
We gave it to her.
We gave it to her, but as your defense, I don't know. You got jumped. It could have like tumbled out. You didn't secure it properly.
They
I
could
don't
have gone to
remember
the
what
scene.
All right,
Or
from
my
what I
They had a
know,
fucking bird stalking us.
like,
They
from
know
what-
that they had the bird stalking us. They could have gone to the scene and checked that it didn't fall out. They know that we probably gave it to her.
From what?
If we're going the route of we did it and you would have done it too, we might just have to be honest.
From
Or
what
just
I've
plead the fucking
seen
fifth the entire time.
of their case, they do not have any evidence about where it ended up.
Oh. Then the monster ate it, like we said.
Unless they cut the
Or-
one open.
I could just say I drove for about 20 hours straight. I don't remember where the hell I left it. And just take the fine.
Mm-hmm.
It's true.
All right. Well, it's almost time for your lunch. I will be back when it is time for you to get to the stand. And with that, he bids you adieu.
Mr. Lawyer Man.
Yeah. It has been several hours. The guards returned. They have a really shitty lunch for you.
I'm
When the
side-eyeing the
guards
shit
came
out of Conager.
in front of the area he was digging. Like,
Which
trying
has
to hide it.
no noticeable marks.
He's
He's
still
so
sitting in front of it
reasonable.
because
It's
he thinks he's done so.
He's so proud of himself too.
Oh, he is so Delulu.
Delulu is the Salulu.
Yeah.
I can't believe I just said that.
Somebody quote that.
Do not.
Do it.
We already have it recorded, so unless you want to take down this
True.
video, then
All right, so this is the point where we do the buy-in for the mission.
Does it matter? We're getting convicted. We're so fucked.
We jury of our peers. We got this. Don't worry.
Yeah.
No, we don't.
Go in that courtroom with
So,
enough confidence and
what's the-
swagger, and we will walk out unscathed.
That's the thing.
Joe,
Joey's
what's
one.
the thing?
Oh my god, my dad made pasta. I will be. You know what? No, I'll just carry you with me as I go get pasta. I want pasta.
Yeah, it's fine. All right, I'll just do Nez last.
Going on an
Thank you.
adventure.
Okay, so for the mission, the goal is all black cards.
Hey guys, about that,
I don't think I have a single black
I got-
card.
I cannot contribute.
Wait, do you have to put a card in?
Yes.
Yeah.
Too much.
Unless a Joker has to be the same color it already is. It can't change color, right?
No, you can use a Joker as any card.
Oh, of any color?
Yep. If you
let's
turn it
go.
into a
Okay.
heart, it becomes red. If you turn it into spade, it becomes black.
I can buy in, guys. This is so
Oh, I
good.
do. I do have black cards. Okay.
Oh,
We're
but I am
not
using my
dead yet.
fucking Joker. This is wait. Ooh.
You can. I've been
I
risking
don't-
corruption 4 times now. You can risk it once. You'll be fine. Don't be a baby.
I'm not risking corruption. I just want to spend money.
Dell told me
Ah,
that
fuck
if you
it.
use a Joker, you risk corruption. I don't know if that's
Is that a
true or not.
thing?
He
No,
told me it was
I've
in the
used it.
beginning.
Black
I don't
Joker.
know.
Joker.
This is,
Mine's red.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the Black Joker is special in a bad way.
Why?
It's just what it says in the rules.
It just be like that.
Yep.
Confirmed. One Delano Aiden doesn't like black jokers.
What?
I'm making a joke.
Yeah, I don't get it.
I don't have any. Okay.
Please don't tell me you don't have any black cards.
No, I don't have any red. That's what I was reacting to.
Okay, good. We all have either a spade or a club, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Everybody have their
Don't
cards
look
selected.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, going around, starting with Ivo.
The 6 of clubs.
Okay. Real.
5 of spades.
All right. Spades. What?
Oh, I'm sorry, clubs. I lied.
There we go. Mole rat.
Red Joker as Ace of Spades.
Ace of spades. Okay.
I'm gonna go back upstairs.
Ah, sad to lose a joker. Could have been anything.
Probably
Nez.
important.
I'm gonna use a 2 of. Damn, that's small. Not a 2.
Yeah, that's hard.
Can't read. Yeah. In my defense, I was standing up and it looked black. 6 of whatever that is, I can't see.
Spade.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. And the Joker coming in clutch as a pretend black card fulfills the goal,
Let's go.
which
We
will
did it,
help your
guys.
case.
There's
Oh,
a
good.
small amount of hope.
All right, so I will now distribute the cards to represent what you are thinking about while you are waiting for the trial to start. So, Ivo, we got 6 of spades. Spades are knowledge, learning, growing, overcoming suffering. Real.
I assume we're
We're gonna what?
I assumed we were gonna do what we always did.
Yeah, that's just a part of the game. Real 5 of clubs. No, not clubs. Yeah, 5 of clubs. Things, overcoming obstacles, action, or adventure. Joker was Ace of Spades, right?
Yeah.
All right, so Morat, knowledge, learning, growing, overcoming suffering. And Nez, 6 of clubs. Things, overcoming obstacles, action, or adventure. Give you a moment to think about what your characters are thinking about.
Dude, this pasta's great. Shout out to my dad.
Homemade?
Meh, not really, but I love my dad, so therefore this is amazing.
Naturally.
Love is the best spice.
Exactly. Don't tell
All
him I
right,
said that,
everybody
though.
ready? Can
Yeah,
he
to go to
watch
his dad.
these? Are we gonna clip it and like email it to him?
Yeah,
My
we gotta
mom
send
might
it to
find
you.
it and send it to him. She follows me on TikTok, so
Oh, TikTok. Okay.
yeah. I love my mom too. My mom's awesome. Her name on TikTok is Nesmom, so
Oh,
She's
okay.
awesome.
So I know who to send it to.
Oh.
yeah, my mom's
Go
great.
find.
She might be a little bit confused if you send her something though. She might DM and be like, "Yo, child, who is this
Who
man?"
is this man?
Well, this explanation would be included.
Yeah.
I'm not doing that. All right.
I
Ivo,
love her.
what is Conacher thinking about?
He's thinking about when he first signed on the Hank project and how pissed he is that he didn't read anything.
All right. Real, what's Crossed thinking?
What was it? Overcoming obstacles.
Probably. I put the book away and I
He's
forgot
like,
what I gave you.
it's like adventure and overcoming obstacles and being a real boy. I
Yeah.
don't know.
You stole a train. Talk about that. That's an
Yeah.
adventure.
Yeah. Talk about your train.
I'll talk about the train.
Yeah, that's
Mhm.
Right.
an obstacle.
All right. So for the longest time, they were just stealing the stuff from the trains. Then they were like, hey, what if we just stole the whole thing? And they started, and they worked out a deal. They're like, well, normally we're just selling goods, but who's gonna buy a train if we steal a train? Uh, and then bada bing, bada bam, they got in touch with the mob in New York, and they lined up a buyer. So then they just took the whole train, rode it all the way in undercover into New York City's ports, loaded it on a ship, and sent it off.
As opposed to
How?
tracks that go over to the port and onto the boat.
They were laying them as it was going, like they were in a cartoon.
Oh, no,
Have
no,
faith.
like they make those. Like that's how trains get places.
Yeah.
They make those. They make train tracks that line up, and then the back end of the ship, like the gate, goes down and connects to the tracks, so then the train carts can be like loaded onto ships.
All
I
right.
prefer my
What?
cartoon explanation.
You
All right.
learn more
What's
about
Blackwood
trains.
thinking?
Just thinking like knowledge based, like, okay, what are they gonna say? Like, I forgot, like, what should I say? Jesus, there's so much shit. We might be fucked.
All right. And Bright, what you thinking?
He's thinking about this isn't his first time in a courtroom. Usually he just dips before he gets to this point, but unfortunately this is his government, so he can't really do that. Not really. That's kind of frowned upon. He's kind of just wishing that that they had just left entirely. He doesn't want to deal with this. He feels bad for getting the others to have to deal with this. He's still mad at Dell. He is still mad at Dell.
All
And
right.
if
And
Dell says or does anything, he will be kicking him under the table. Hey, let's blame it all on Victor. I know that's the best idea. Oh no, we can just, point out that we did the right thing here. No, the Victor plan is better. Hey, Conager, you're being called to testify. Yes, I'm mad at you.
One of those wasn't my fault.
Dell could pinpoint that you were the weak link. Real Dell could pinpoint that you were the weak link.
All
With
right.
love.
This is your last chance to get your story straight. Are you talking with each other? Especially grilling Conager to make sure he gets his story straight.
Plead the fifth a whole lot.
What are you telling them happened to your gun?
I cannot remember where the hell it went after driving for 20 hours straight.
If they ask you, we said that it got eaten. If they ask you, does that sound right? What do you say?
Yeah, as far as I can remember, but again, I can't remember much.
Why did we lie?
Uh, I I didn't lie. I didn't even talk to him.
Yes, you did.
That
You
was
woke up, you said, yes, sir, and then I yelled at you to shut up and you went back to sleep. You woke up, air quotes.
what do you want me to say for that?
Kind of look over at the lawyer like, what do we say to that? Because they know that we lied. Do we just put the entire truth out there and pray? So I feel like that's a bad idea.
focusing on your let's say obligation to disobey unethical orders might be your best defense.
Do you think if they question why we were dishonest, we could say we didn't know who we could trust about it?
Well, you're dealing with the chain of command, so that gets kind of iffy.
Yeah. We're kind of just fucked. You can always just plead the fifth. They're technically not supposed to draw conclusions from it. They're going to, but they're not supposed to.
All right. Jumping ahead a couple hours, the guards call you in. Kondraki also there. It's like, all right. As they open the doors, brace yourselves.
All right.
All right, so you are escorted to another large tent. You see rows of other soldiers, all with gas masks still on, off to the side, watching everything.
Do we get to have our gas masks? Or are we just kind of screwed if something happens?
No, you had them the whole time. That is one thing they don't remove. They don't want you turning into monsters in camp.
Sick.
That would be funny, though. If they were like, guilty, we were like, fuck you, monster.
Oh, just 180 the campaign. All right, so yeah, you are all escorted to a bench for the defendants. You can see behind the plaintiff bench, you got Rufus and Haktua. The prosecutor bench. And another guy that you don't recognize.
What the fuck is that? Oh, is that the prosecutor?
You assume. Are you asking Kondraki?
Is that the prosecutor?
Hey,
or is he just kind of standing there?
He like leans in. It's like, oh shit.
What?
Don't say that.
I'm kidding.
Don't say that.
That is Prosecutor Waylon Gears.
Son of a bitch.
Wait a minute, I recognize his name.
Gears and
No one else was going to comment on them because I didn't want to. I'm scared.
We're just doing a whole bunch of great grandparents.
Like
all of the family lineage.
I recognize Kondraki, but I didn't want to say anything.
I also
Now that
recognize
like
Kondraki.
years.
So on a scale from 1 to 20, how fucked are we? Death?
Well, my strategy now is to try to mitigate your punishment as much as possible.
What?
Oh, ain't that just...
He is thorough.
Did we throw on his balls?
Great.
All right. Anyway, you hear from one of the guards. All rise for the Honorable Magistrate Brand. And everyone stands up.
Including us.
Including us, yeah.
Yep. He takes off his cowboy
Right, everybody?
hat, dusts it off.
Yep.
If anyone is slow to stand up, they do get a swift elbow.
Yeah. They do allow the hat in the court tent since everyone's wearing masks anyway.
Yeah, he would take it off as a respect for the judge kind of thing, and he's after we're allowed to be seated, he's gonna put it back on.
Yeah, they're fine with it. All the guards are armed anyway, while you are not.
Hey man,
like,
that
all right.
hat's dangerous.
All right, so yeah, he takes a seat and goes, all right, be seated. All right, prosecution, you're up. And you see Gears gets up. It's like, all right, the prosecution calls to the stand. Ensign Conacher. What? No, not Ensign. Private Conacher.
No statements, just getting straight into it.
Yep.
Damn.
Right.
Bell would stand up with a heave and head over to the witness stand.
Victor's doing his best not to like stare him down because he knows that looks bad, but he's also like, please don't fuck this up, Del. You're my friend. I love you. If you fuck this up, I'm burying you under the jail. He's not saying any of that, but that is
You should
Del
know
knows.
it.
Del knows.
All right. So one of the guards brings over a Bible and asks you to swear in. This is pre-affirming. You can just say you affirm.
I remember specifically, this is out of character, that you're allowed to swear on anything. Correct?
Yeah, go for it. I don't care.
Sir,
I mean, legally, yeah.
mind if I swear on the Mexican machine gun operation manual? That thing's helped me out of more situations than I can count.
The magistrate is like,
look, but it's funny.
The magistrate is giving you a stink eye. It's like,
That's such a bad
all
look,
right,
but it's
retrieve the
funny.
manual.
Arthur's
He does not
head
like
down.
that you are delaying the proceedings to obtain this. It takes
You
like
see Victor at the defense table, just head in hands. God damn it.
So is Arthur's. Oh my god, I'm going to jail.
it's like 10 minutes before they finally come back with a copy of the manual.
This time, Dell places his hand on the Bible, like,
On the
You mean the manual? Right?
Please
You
don't.
mean the manual?
Just give me the
I guess
book.
you're the Bible, right? Right?
the manual. Yes, he
Bible
places
would
his
be
hand
so
on the
funny. Be
manual.
like, oh, hey, thanks for that. Anyways,
Back to it.
He just wanted something to read.
It's like a magazine in a
No,
doctor's
he
office.
places his hand on the manual,
Okay.
and
it's his comfort item. Just helps with the anxiety.
Emotional support manual.
All right, so you affirm to the manual.
yeah.
All right, and Gears. All right, Private Conacher. Yesterday morning, did you visit the quartermaster's tent?
I believe so, yeah.
Oh my god.
He brings out like a sign out sheet full of names, but he points to one in particular. Is this your signature? And it is clearly your signature and signing out your weapon.
Yes, sir, it is.
All right, so this is the weapon you had with you yesterday.
Yes, sir.
All right, you are. He goes to Kondraki. That's all I have. You can cross-examine.
What?
Huh?
There better be so many objections in that closing argument. I swear to God.
All right, so Kondraki was like, he looks to you is like, do you want me to cross-examine you? Do you want to stay up there any longer than you already are?
At this point, he'd look to his squad leader like,
I can't tell you what to do. I am your co-defendant. If I direct you, that's influencing the witness and also illegal and will get us in more trouble. I can't tell you what to do. but also come back. We can call you back later because defense gets their own case after the prosecution case.
If
Because
You
they don't
can-
want to answer.
You can whisper to Kendraki.
please call him back.
I think it would be best if I just head back to the stand.
Like, all right, the defense has no further questions for the private. All right, and then Brand is like, all right, next witness. And Gears calls Rufus. And he takes the Bible, he does his swear in.
He doesn't want the manual?
No. He's also not wasting the court's time. Really? It was just provoking provoking Conacher into wasting the court's time in front of the jury.
Oh my god. No, he read you like a book, dog. That's fun.
This is why I said, with all the love in the world, Ivo and Conacher are our weakest link for testimony.
Yeah.
And that's why I said it's a bad look to ask for something other than the Bible, but it's funny. Like to
You
remind you
never said
that I watched. Yes, I did. I said it 3 times. I said it 3 times. I would like to remind you all that I like to watch trial coverage for fun because the legal system is interesting to me. When we got
Not
court-martialed,
once
I
did
got
hear you
excited.
say that.
I said it 3 times. Del, did I say it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I did
Deb
not
said I said it.
hear you once.
Well, you're
Exhibited.
wrong. So, yeah.
Mind games are fun. All right.
They are, and we appreciate you running them. Thank you.
That is actually
Alright,
so fucked though that you got him with that. Oh my god.
It's a
Just
little bit.
walked right into it.
He really did.
You
We can
just
always
played
call
the
him again
character.
for the. We can always call him again for the defense case. It's fine, but there's
Yep.
nothing we can really get out of it, so it's fine.
All right, so Rufus swears in, and Gears is like, yesterday morning, you assigned a mission to a group of privates.
I wish we were pirates.
Only one of us is a
Pirate
pirate.
Rewind,
Only one of us
privates.
is a pirate.
Jailbreak, we gotta become pirates. Let's go.
Are they in the room right now? And Rufus is like, yes, they are. They are right there. He describes all 4 of you. And let the record show that he indicated the defendants. He goes over to the jury. What we are about to discuss is a highly classified matter. You have all signed your NDAs. What you hear here will not leave this room. And he goes back over to the witness stand. You gave them a highly classified mission in regards to a certain phenomenon. Is this correct? And Rufus is like, yes, it was phenomenon 1851-023, which has been approved by ASCI administration. Can you share with us the details of this phenomenon? It's like, yes, it is a phenomenon that affects the mind of certain individuals, causing them...
Hold on. Say which ones.
Say okay.
causing them...
That's what Kondraki's for, to get that out of him. It's fine.
Mm-hmm.
He looks evasive later. It's fine.
Causing them to act out of their best self-interest and go on the run.
That's what it is.
I am
On the
so...
run from what? Don't be shy.
Yeah. It's okay. You can tell us.
Go mind.
It's okay. You can say it. Motherfucker.
Speak up for the people in the back.
Yeah, speak up.
Right.
We're not saying any of this in character, for the record.
None of this is
I know. You would, of course, be quiet while this is going on. You're not dumb.
Quietly teething, but still.
Did the defendants return at some point after their mission? And Rufus goes, yes, they did. Did they return having completed the mission? And Rufus confirms, no, they did not. And why did they not complete their mission? According to the oral report, the subject was found dead. And
Uh-oh.
so you were saying that they, on record, made the claim that the person of interest was not alive when they found her. That is correct. No further questions. And then Kondraki begins his cross-examination. Does anyone want to play as Kondraki for this part?
Please. Pretty
Get
please.
in there, Jeff.
Okay.
Because this is just Dale talking to himself.
Yeah.
Huh?
It's more fun if you're playing your own defense through
You
Kondraki.
said no earlier. Okay.
No, you can't. You have the attorney. The attorney is going to be the one representing you. But yeah, you can play as your
What I meant was-
represented.
I figured
Yeah.
you'd have a lawyer. I meant, could I puppet them? I didn't mean,
Oh.
could Victor get up and be like, hey, jury, we didn't do it. That would be stupid. I'm not that dumb.
Okay, that's what I thought you were asking. But yeah, you can play
No,
as
no.
Kondraki.
Self-representation never goes well, which is why I'm going to do it right now, but as someone else.
It does not
Yeah.
count as. This is officially not self-representation. You are playing a completely different character.
Yes. Okay. What's Rufus's rank again? I kind of forgot. He's just big in my mind.
He's just big.
Oh, Rufus.
That's just
I
like
think it was. I think it was
It's like he's
Commander
tall.
Rufus.
Okay. Commander
Good.
Rufus, could you read for the jury the first paragraph of the report
There it is.
on the phenomenon, please?
First paragraph. All right, let's pull this up.
Second, you need the second paragraph because that's the actual description.
Yeah, work it
Is
out.
I don't have it up right now.
I'm
Let me
about to
pull
pull it up. We are going to reference the actual file in your defense in this courtroom session.
Yes, we are.
Yeah, we are.
If we're arguing we did it for a good reason, then they need to see the good reason. This is the good reason.
This
We
is
had
the
a good reason.
They're actively dodging it, which means they know it's wrong.
All right, so is this
Exactly.
protocols or description?
Protocols, please.
All right, this is one
We can go into
paragraph.
description instead.
All
We can
right.
go into description in a second. I'd like him to read the protocols first.
All right, so Gears passes to him the official the file. And Rufus reads, ASCI Protocols for Containment. Negroes affected by this phenomenon are to be treated by as many of the following procedures as is deemed necessary by the owner or licensee. 1. That corporal punishment in the form of whipping be applied up to 100 per day, 75 for wenches, 50 at most for pickaninnies. 2. That affected workers be instructed through biblical teachings in the appropriate deference to be shown to divinely ordained masters. 3. That the large toes of each foot be removed. Incurable servants are to be recruited into the program as incorrigibles, as detailed in this report.
Thank you. And can you read the description of phenomenon? Oh Lord, there's numbers. I'm not good at reading numbers out loud. Phenomenon
1851-023.
Thank you.
I'm
For
not
us,
even
please.
looking. the full description?
Just the first paragraph should
First paragraph.
suffice.
All right. Description. Phenomenon 1851-023 is a disorder of the mind exclusive to the Negro race, and most particularly to those segments of the Negro race appropriately employed in servile labor under the tutelage of a white master. Addendum. Do we want to do footnotes?
Hold on. It's been a hot second since I've read this. Do I want a footnote? Yes.
Okay.
They're fucked too.
course.
Whilst it goes
Naturally.
without saying that Negroes released from this form of service are far more susceptible to mental insanity and weakness, this form of madness is strictly confined to the servant populations. The primary symptom of the phenomenon is the desire on the part of the affected servants to quit their divinely assigned duties and lands, migrating to territories sympathetic to their situation. Of late, it has been recorded that a number of Negro servants. Do we want to do that footnote?
I just scrolled away from it. Yes, including the parentheses. Parentheses, please.
This, of course, changes nothing of the general attitude of Negroes under our employee, who assure us that they feel, as we ought taught them, or as we have taught them, their futures would be best spent under the our benevolent supervision. Right. Negro servants have become difficult to contain in their places. This has been noted both within those properties controlled by the Containment Initiative and throughout those areas inhabited by the owners of such servants. Initiative senior researcher S. Cartwright has demonstrated in his laboratory the existence of a phenomenon called by himself drapetomania. Drapetomania, but to be known henceforth as phenomenon 1851-023 in initiative documentation.
Thank you.
Can I slide in for a question?
Yes.
You can puppet.
All right.
I did say, text me if anyone wants a question, but if you want to just say it, go for it.
Yeah.
I didn't know if anyone would be comfortable being like, hey, I have a question. So go ahead.
I've got a question for him. It's like,
Go for
okay, Commander, what was his name again?
Rufus.
Commander Rufus, after reading that, do you stand by your previous statement that this is a mental anomaly that goes against the affected individual's best interest?
Yes, as we are instructed by the administration.
And who is the master of these people?
That would be senior researcher Cartwright.
Who has labeled the phenomenon?
That is
and
correct.
Discovered it? Is he part of administration?
He has made the phenomenon, given its designation. The administration has authorized it.
Mm-hmm. And you mentioned to my clients that the individual they were sent after was an asset belonging to the administration? Yes?
Yes. Currently, all such individuals are property, ultimately, of the administration.
So it would be in the administration's best interest to uphold such a thing?
It would.
Regardless of, let's say, its reality?
And there's an objection from Gears. We are not debating the morality of the article, but its existence within the chain of command.
How's the jury looking?
How does the jury look?
Oh fuck.
They apparently are wearing gas masks.
Okay.
Oh god.
Even expressing other parts of their body. Okay. It would still be relevant to why my clients did what they did, but okay.
Yeah.
Rolling for no goddamn reason.
Oh, I have a leaf now and I need to cut it. It's bothering me.
All right. Anyway, the magistrate is like, "All right, sustained. Keep it to the details." All right. Does Kondraki have any other questions for Rufus?
At the moment, I'm legally allowed to lead him, which is helpful to me. But if I dismiss him now, I can recall him later when we've had a chance to go out with more questions, which can lead us to the issue of slavery is illegal, guys. Don't know if you know
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
illegal. I just need
I
to figure out
mean-
how to ask the
I
questions.
mean, I'm sure we could
Keep in
walk
mind-
through.
Keep in mind, she was a prisoner.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm sure we could walk through the
if
concept
you're presenting it.
of the legitimacy of the article to begin with, but I don't know how we walk through that.
Yeah. The
Yeah,
problem
we've
is Gears
taken
is
this up
gonna.
the chain.
It's the problem. So Gears is gonna object. I'm not entirely sure how to bring it into question. Because they didn't in the article. It's not presented in a prisoner sense. It's presented in a black people in a servant / slave
outright
master.
slave. Yeah,
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
the
Her
roundabout
being a
slavery that
prisoner-
is. Yeah.
Her being a prisoner doesn't really have anything to do with it, because this is literally just them having a, oh well, it's a, oh shit, I accidentally cut myself. Oops. It's
Oh, no.
a roundabout way of saying it's fine. It's just like near the
The
fingernail.
pasta was super al dente.
It's fine.
It's just a really roundabout way of keeping slavery. It doesn't matter that she was a prisoner because it doesn't have anything to do with that in the article. It's literally like very explicit master slave in there. So
Yeah,
we
they
need
just did.
to-
They just accepted the loophole and kept it running.
Yeah. We just need to figure out how to point that out effectively.
Yeah, we're in paused time at the moment if you want to workshop.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like shit.
Okay. I said that like I had an idea and I don't.
You had a
Good.
concept of
Okay.
an idea.
Don't Donald Trump me.
That's so stupid.
I have a concept of a plan. I can't do a Donald Trump impression. It makes me sad. Anyway,
Be
all right.
glad you can't.
Yeah.
I mean,
Means
while
you
we're
still
thinking
have
of
a brain.
questions I could make.
Can we
While
steal
we're making
Biden's plan?
questions, I could throw emotions at the jury.
What do you mean
you
by
want-
that?
You want a puppet, Kondraki?
No,
Are
Cross
you gonna
would
look
want
sad?
to get up and make his own statements for the jury.
No. You would have to go on the stand.
When he gets called
Which-
up.
All right, so if you want to talk to the jury, you need to go on the stand, which means you need to wait for the defense case, which means the prosecution can cross-examine you.
Yeah.
And when you get crossed, you can get led, which just means that they can be like, da 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 da, right? Or didn't you say that? Da 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 da. So I'm not gonna stop you. You're more than welcome. I'm just letting you know what that means. You can't get up and be like, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, unless you want to do it as Kondraki, in which case you can do it for the closing. I don't know why we didn't do opening statements. Usually that happens.
Yeah.
Is it just because you didn't want to?
Yeah.
If that's the answer,
Time.
that's fine. That's fair.
Because we got 20 minutes left.
Oops,
Oh,
sorry.
fuck.
We can go
sorry.
over.
You accidentally brought my like main interest. I'm sorry.
Oh no, that's great. This is
This is
taking
like
a
my
Keep us
thing.
that person.
this campaign's taking a weird ass left turn.
This is my thing. I'm sorry.
Yeah, how often do you
military
get to
stories?
do? Yeah, how often do you get to do courtroom battle in a D&D session?
Like
Yeah.
never, and it makes me sad.
Yeah, so at least you get it
My
in
poor
this
dad
one.
has, my poor dad has been having to listen to me talk about this all week.
Oh my god!
He loves it though, because he gets to see me happy, so it's fine. I love my dad. He's great. I need to stop getting distracted. Jesus Christ.
Glad
Okay.
he appreciates it. All right, we are still
Yeah.
in the paused time.
Right. Yes. Okay.
I think we can let Radford out.
Yeah. What'd you say?
I think we can move. Rufus, that's his name. Holy shit.
Let Rufus go for now?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. All right. Do any of us want to
Yeah.
testify later and just be like, yeah, we did it, and this is why we did it?
Yeah, I'm down. I'm game.
Cross
Okay.
would do that.
All right. We might just have to ignore all of the legal advice of shut the fuck up and just do that later.
Did we get
Yeah.
legal advice of shut the fuck up?
Every lawyer ever in every
True, you
reality
know
will
what, you're
tell
right.
you. Yeah. The best
Cross
plan
has a
is shutting up.
bunch of talking points worked out exactly for that.
Yeah. All right. So we are okay with letting Rufus go for now.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
All right, so Kendraki's like, all right, no further questions. All right, Gears. All right, the prosecution calls Wandsman
You can't even
Hawk
treat
to
normal
a
prisoners like that.
what?
You can't even treat normal prisoners like that.
Like what?
Like beating them like that. Legally, you're not supposed to do that either.
Wait, what?
With the protocol with the whipping and shit.
Cruel and unusual
Yeah.
punishment.
You're not supposed to do that
okay.
either.
I thought
Well,
you were
then
saying like, I'm thinking Gears did what?
Oh,
What
sorry.
did he do? In the
I
courtroom
just
in front of all-
suddenly. Gears just suddenly whips out a gun, just shoots the defendant. It's like, all right, I'm sick of this. Here we go.
airing them out.
Court adjourned. Lack of defendants. No, Gears like, all right, the prosecution calls Wandsman Haktua to the stand. Haktua comes out. She's got, the plague doctor mask and like the poncho, so you can't see her. So the tree does not know she is Bird.
Oh.
We should tell them that she's a bird. We should
I don't
ask
know
how
what
she
that
got the picture.
accomplished.
How did you get the picture?
That was a better question.
Also, why is it so high quality? God damn, girl.
Also, I kept saying yesterday. It would technically be 2 days ago because you were gone overnight and it's been another night.
Yeah.
All right, so just rewind, insert 2 days ago. All right, so she swears in, and Gears is like, for the record, state your name and profession. And she goes, Wandsman Haktua. And Gears is like, for clarification, what is that profession? And she's like, I am a reporter, currently a war correspondent, field journalist.
A snitch. Fucking
A
rat.
rat's more like it.
I'd like to imagine that Victor and Arthur are just vigorously passing notes the entire
yeah.
time. Every
yeah.
little comment that we make is just the note that we're passing. And no
Oh,
one's
yeah.
allowed to read it.
Cross scribbling.
Yeah.
All right, what were you doing 2 days ago as part of your duties?
Narking.
Well, reporting on the war, I was following the most interesting story, and at the time, that was the apprehension of a fugitive.
Don't
And-
talk about her like that.
That's bullshit. I hear they're building a really deep pit. That's more interesting.
The pit that's a foot deep so far, and then stop
That's why they're building
construction?
it. It's a work in progress.
Okay.
Right. And
The crane
so
was trying, and now he's dead.
in order to pursue this goal, what did you do? Well, I followed them at a distance within the tree lines. And when they appeared to have completed their mission, I took a photo and returned to camp to have it developed.
Rat. Feathery
And then
fucking rat.
Gears is like, the prosecution submits the photo for evidence. And there is a blown up version of the photo that he's bringing out
Oh, shit.
to show the jury.
First off, rude.
It's like, all right, can you describe what is seen in this photo? Well, yes, they have apprehended the fugitive and are loading her into the back of the truck. Seen around them are the remains of various demonic individuals.
I believe only 2 of us were outside the truck.
Yes, and
Should
it has
probably have to specify who.
yeah, 2 of you outside, 2 of you in the cab.
Yeah.
Now, not of any consequence is the damage to the front of the vehicle, which had at that point been patched up. So,
We drove up, jumped out, and nabbed her.
after you
Lassoed her.
developed the photo, what did you do with it? Oh, I brought it to the commander.
Interesting.
Because she's a rat.
Purpose.
She didn't really mean to snitch, did she? We're just kind of mad at her.
All right, after you submitted the photo for the official report, what did you do? Well, I continued on my business as usual. And what prompted you to return to Commander Rufus? Well, I found it odd that after just a couple hours, when they should have returned, there was still no sign of them. And I pointed that out to Rufus. And so when they came
she meant
back,
snitch. Okay.
so
bitch.
when they came back a day later, he was very suspicious.
Okay, so she meant it. Okay. I tried to give you the benefit of the doubt. But you suck. I tried. That's on her.
Like, try to be nice, but actually, fuck them. Like,
Yeah. Cross, do you have any grenades, maybe, possibly, that you could throw at the witness stand right
Still
now?
on
Possibly,
you.
maybe? Like, maybe up your ass
I'm
or something?
afraid.
All right, so
Rats.
you were watching them as they completed their mission. This is correct? So, yes.
That's not what
At
she
the
said.
time, did Conager still have his sidearm? To my knowledge, he still did. And does anyone want to object is Kondraki?
Objection, speculation.
Sustained.
Thank you.
No further questions. All right, who wants to be Kondraki?
I
For
have
cross-examination.
one question.
All right.
So,
Morat is now Kondraki for one question.
oh, yeah, all right, sick. I'll go up and just say, how did you manage to follow behind a
Speeding.
speeding truck on foot? Were you on foot? How did you follow it?
I have my own specialized means of transportation.
That's an evasive ass answer.
That's evasive.
Could you give the court a straight, like a proper answer, please? Would probably be the right way to say that's an evasive ass answer instead of snarky bullshit.
All right. She looks over to Gears. He nods. And she just extends her wings out from underneath the poncho.
I'm so mad that the wings are cool because she sucks.
Yeah,
And I do write that
sounds
down as a
fun.
little note and slide it to Arthur.
All right.
Yeah,
I guess
Brand,
second.
the magistrate was like, does that satisfy your question?
Sure does.
right.
Do we turn the people xenophobic? How do we know we can trust this monster? Only thing I know with wings are monsters.
Don't say all of that because we're trying to argue against the bigotry of slavery.
Racism.
We are trying to. That is
We
like our
can't
key point.
entirely fight racism with racism. We just need to like create continuity, you know?
I
So
guess I could also ask her, like, can you describe the condition, the what was her name? The person who was meant to be
Martha or
retrieved.
something?
Yeah,
Matilda?
it's like can you,
Matilda,
Matilda,
yeah.
Yeah.
It's like the person that is scoring this photo, Matilda. Can you describe her condition for the court?
She appeared frightened. She had minor injuries on her wrists and ankles.
That shit was not minor.
She
Don't
was
downplay it, bitch.
wielding a knife when you found her.
We took it away. She let it go very easily. She was a very reasonable woman.
Are you saying that?
No. I'm writing it to Arthur.
Okay.
I'm just scribbling furiously to Arthur. Every time that I make a comment, it's just a note to Arthur. Maybe
All
cross
right.
sometimes. Conacher doesn't get anything, I'm mad at him.
All right. Anybody want to slide a hand up Kondraki's ass?
Don't say it like that.
What?
Don't say it like that.
The puppet him.
Mitt Romney?
At what point? Okay, so may I? If that's okay with you,
Yeah.
Matt?
Yeah, go for it.
You can
Okay,
take
cool.
turns.
Well, I want to check with Milana. I didn't want to
Yeah, for sure.
just snatch it. Okay, so you testified just a moment ago that you took the picture, you went back to camp, and then you went about your business.
Yes.
Correct?
That
You
is
noticed
correct.
that the defendants did not return for quite some time, correct?
Right.
Did you go back out?
I had other things to do.
So you did not see them return? You did not... Yeah, no.
Within a timely manner, no. It was the next day before I saw them while flying around.
So they don't know what happened in between when they took the picture and when we returned.
Yes. So, from the point you took the picture and the point you saw them returned, you did not have eyes on them.
Correct. This, yeah, ignore me.
Do we have other questions, guys? I feel like we do, but I don't remember them right now. Ivo, do we have any questions?
If I wasn't supposed to be on the witness stand, why should I be asking questions?
Because now it's other people on the witness stand.
Because
And you
lawyers shouldn't
can't
be
mix
able
it
to
up.
incriminate us.
Yeah. And I can always turn it into lawyer speak, kind of.
You can act as
I
your
can turn it-
filter.
Yeah. We take what you say, we put it through the jester, and then it comes out kind of resembling what a lawyer would say. A little tiny bit. I've watched enough court live
sent to
streams
jail.
that it might be right. Possibly.
Maybe a little bit. We try hard enough.
I got the objection right. Objection speculation, I did that right. That was good. Okay. So,
yeah, I got nothing.
Okay.
Yeah, their case is basically you were seen completing the mission, and it should only have taken you like an hour or two to get back, but it took you till the next day.
Yeah. Which is terribly circumstantial, and we only need, if I remember correctly, 1/4 of the jury to say not guilty to get a not guilty verdict. which is good for us. But it also means that they only need a 3/4 guilty. Because for some reason, soldiers are not afforded a unanimous verdict. I don't know why. I did not find answers. But I was also Googling at midnight and fell asleep halfway through. So there's that. I was looking at like official stuff and attorney stuff, and then I decided that the text was too small and it was making my head hurt. The only screen I had available at the moment was my phone. Anyway, sorry.
Right. Any last questions for Haktua?
Asking her what she
Not
thinks
that I
of
can
this
think of.
universe would be prejudicial.
Yeah.
Asking her what she thinks of us would be prejudicial. Asking her what she thinks of Rufus would be prejudicial.
I think we gotta let it go.
Yeah, no further questions. If we come up with something, we'll just call her back. It's fine.
All right, and Magistrate Brand is like, all right, closing statements. Since, yeah, everything that was on the docket has been covered. All right, and Gears goes up.
We get a whole...
Wait.
The prosecution presents their case, and then the defense presents their case, and then typically there's a rebuttal case, but sometimes the prosecution doesn't take it. And we were just discussing going up and being like, we did it, and here's why, and also suck it.
Okay. You're back in control of Kendraki. You can present your case.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we got like 7 minutes.
I know, I'm sorry.
No.
Sorry.
We can go over, it's fine.
Okay, who wants to go first?
Put me in, coach.
All right. We're calling Arthur Blackwood to the stand. Let's go.
I'll rise up, hit the stand.
This is the worst idea possible, but we're already rolling.
Dumb fucking idea, but let's go.
You know, it's gonna be fun. It's fine.
Oh, Nez putting Morat on the stand.
This was the one thing I said that we should not do, and now we're doing it. We're all doing it. It's a horrible idea.
All doing it. We're just like, okay. Only one of us has gone on the stand so far. It was Ivo. We need to counteract that.
I only answered 2 questions. He didn't fuck us up that badly.
Yeah.
They didn't actually say that the gun was missing, which means that in closing arguments, if Gear says the gun was missing, we can say objection, facts not in evidence. So
there we go.
He kind of fucked himself a little bit. So, yippee.
Yeah.
All right, so please state your name and all that stuff for the record, please.
All that stuff. All right.
I'm losing my mind, Mallrat. Cut me some slack.
My name is Arthur Blackwood. I am a private Unit-314, and I am the group's designated navigator.
Can you know, we're just gonna make it open-ended as fuck. Can you tell us what happened?
All right. So we were given an assignment in the morning to go get, quote, a ASCI asset who is making a beeline for the Lost Village. So we were instructed to go retrieve her and bring her back. Went out, drove, ran into a group of enemies. Del Conager kind of wrapped the hood of our car around a tree a little bit. Hey, they saw the sustained damage on the truck. I'm just telling them what happened. We were grounded a little bit, got swarmed on all sides by a group of riders on horseback. Fought them off, sustained some injury. Got the truck back up and running. Then we found the assets camp, managed to capture her, get rid of the knife that she had, and then when we saw the injuries that she had sustained, and she told us about a work camp that she did not want to return to, was very desperate to not return to, we agreed to take her up to the Canadian border, drop her off.
And you Oh God. You understood that you were directly disobeying an order.
Fully, yes.
And you were okay with that?
Happy to. Hearing the conditions she was placed under, knowing what we would be contributing to if we were to bring her back, it was not. We were not about to follow that.
Is there anything else we want to ask him? Were you coerced in any way?
No, we were not coerced. You could ask if we knew that she was a fugitive, which we did not.
And we knew
Like,
she
at the
was
time,
one.
we just knew that she was a quote asset. We didn't know that she
That's
was like.
true. They didn't tell she was a fugitive. Did you
They
know
did
that
not
she was
tell
a
us shit.
fugitive?
We did not, nor did we know anything about the phenomenon
Phenomenon.
1851 dash EA.
Did you say dash EA?
Nope, it's dash 023. Never mind. On the upper part says
Fine.
EX.
023.
It's
It's
fine,
in
it's
the
fine. Don't worry
game.
about it. Oh, good lord. Okay. Are we happy with Morat's testimony? With Arthur's testimony?
I believe so.
All right. Good luck on cross. No further questions, Your Honor.
All right, Gears goes up to the witness stand.
I'm going to do my best to object correctly.
All right.
Wait.
So, to the best of your knowledge, you were informed that you were to track down a victim of phenomenon 1851-023.
No, we were simply told that we were going to retrieve a ASCI asset who I believe we were told she was on a mission, and in doing so was not informed that the Lost Village contained demonic entities and was likely running into her death.
All right. He pulls out a file. This is the transcript of the mission briefing. I would like to, and he goes to the magistrate. I would like to point out that the phenomenon number was recited to the defendants.
That doesn't mean he remembers it.
I don't remember that.
He did say it, though. He gave you the number.
It's also not like we would know what that is because we didn't give a copy of the
What objection would this be?
yeah,
Objection,
what
fact
we
not
went-
in evidence yet. Objection, improper impeachment.
Damn.
Objection,
You're just rolling
hearsay.
them out. All right.
All right, and
I'm sure
Brand's
there's
like,
more, but those are the three I got right now.
and Brand is like, sustained.
I don't actually blow red,
Empty
but
your entire hand in Uno. Just +4,
Before skip, reverse.
Objection, Uno reverse.
objection, nuh-uh, bitch.
Nuh-uh.
You have to bring these
Long
things in.
Nuh-uh. No, you.
All right, no further questions.
He got nothing accomplished.
You did get nothing accomplished. We'll sit down.
I'm bowing you, you can't see it. All right, next we're calling Cross, yes?
Oh boy.
All right.
You wanted
All right.
this. You can say no. Wait, this was your idea.
No, it's gonna be
Okay.
so good.
Oh God.
All right, do you want me to ask
Just
similar
call it.
questions? I forgot what I asked. Huh?
Yeah, sure.
I thought we
Okay.
just called in Cross.
All right. Next, we are calling Henry Cross to the stand.
Henry gets up, and he walks over to the stand. He sits down. He's gonna take his hat off and set it on the front of the stand.
Damn, I hiccuped. Ugh. That's uncomfortable. Okay. Could you state your name and do they say age? Yeah, I think
Rank.
like all. Yeah.
Is age required?
I think a lot of the trials I listen to, they ask for age, but also I don't watch military court because they don't stream that because that is federal. And
yeah.
federal court, you can't have cameras in it. Civilian court, not civilian, state court, you can. So, yeah. So, state your name, rank, all that good stuff for the record, please.
Private Henry Cross is the name. Friends call me Gambler.
Don't say that part. God. Okay. All right. We're going to do the same kind of questions that we just asked Arthur. Please don't fuck it up. All right. Can you tell us, in your words, what happened? Insert date here. On insert date that this happened here.
Well, see, we were.
You just got there too, right?
Yeah, I just like everyone to
That was your
know
first day.
that it's only been like 2 days since I've been at camp and I'm in military balloons.
2 days. The balloon.
It's been
This
2
poor
days.
man.
Objection, relevance.
No,
That has nothing. That's not in character. That was just us being like,
Okay.
oh, this poor man.
It's out of character. It's only been 2 days since Henry's been in camp. Just observation. He got here, and then he learned
Yes,
that
that-
monsters exist, and he killed some, and now he's in court.
Yeah.
But that
not-
would be a good
but
relevance
not-
objection.
But not because of the monsters.
But not because of the monsters.
Because he didn't like
Well, there are
slavery.
monsters.
Looking at his hands, are we the monsters?
A different kind of
Not us
monster here.
specifically.
So he's
Rest
like,
of the
well,
character.
well, I just arrived at camp. See, I re-enlisted after serving on the Western Front, and then he looks over at the jury and he nods. He's like, I don't know if any of you good boys were there, but hell of a fight out there. And he's like,
Don't lie.
huh?
I said, don't lie.
That's not a lie.
Okay.
And so he says, well, I got here, and then y'all made me put on a gas mask, which I still don't quite fully understand, but it seems to be the fashion around these parts. Then we loaded up into a truck, and then that jackass over there wrapped our truck around a tree. He did
Please
fix it
refrain
though.
from calling the other defendants jackasses in court.
That jackass
Thank you.
over there.
And he's like, well, we got attacked by some big ugly things out there, and I reckon they won't be bothering us no more. But then we found a woman in the woods that
Commander.
Commander, what's his name?
I'm not allowed to tell you that,
Oh man,
but it was Commander Rufus.
Commander Commander Rufus,
RuPaul.
Commander RuPaul.
You see Victor in the corner just pinching like his gas mask. He's like, oh god damn it.
And he's like, well, he told us we had to go out and find this ASPI asset that was out near some village. I don't know. What?
You wanted this. Why? This is me, Jester, saying this. You wanted this. Why are you like this?
I did want this. I've only been here for 2 days, all right?
It is hilarious.
Really?
And he's like, so, we drove out there and I found her. I lassoed her real good.
Mm-hmm.
And then we brought her in the truck, and turns out they haven't been treating a lot of people real nice.
Could you explain what you meant by they haven't been treating a lot of people real nice? No quotes. Just general gist of things.
Yeah.
That's how you get around hearsay.
Yeah, so she said that she was in some kind of
There it is.
labor camp, which I mean, I mean, I've spent my time in like coal towns back in West Virginia, but she had a lot of scarring on her hands and her on her hands and her feet, and she was real scared about going back. And the way she described the situation, and in the article that we read at the beginning of this, uh, I would describe that as punishment being cruel and unusual, independent of any crime. Also, sounds to me like something we might have dealt with about 80 years ago. And
Technically, all of this is. You don't know. I'm not going to say that. I'm not helping Dell.
Don't help him out with that.
Yeah, Gears would object to the relevance.
It's entirely relevant.
It's fully relevant.
And
This is
Yeah.
this is
Your Honor, can we
slavery.
go to sidebar?
is what you call it? There's no mist right now, right?
Not that you can notice.
No?
If
Okay.
Gears is objecting, I would ask to go to sidebar to discuss
Henry
the matter with
Henry
the judge. 'Cause I feel
No,
like
I'm
I
just
can
letting this
argue with
roll.
Sullivan.
Henry
Yeah.
pulls his gas mask off and he's like, "Listen
Okay.
here." He's like, "My grandpappy fought in the Civil War. He fought for the Union. I don't know about y'all's ancestors, but a real man stands up for what he believes in."
That's my boy.
God, what is this, jury tampering?
It's not jury tampering. It's
Speak your truth, King.
this is what happens when you put a defendant on the stand.
Yeah.
It's typically a bad idea. You get emotional testimony,
Mhm.
but it's not illegal. It's up to the jury to decide what they want to listen to and what they don't. Jury tampering would be if we went up to them outside of the court and went, "Hey,
Yeah,
20 bucks
true.
says you find him not guilty,
Hey,
maybe," or
Paul is
"Hey,
not guilty, or you're racist.
or
Yeah.
I don't remember where you live if you find us not guilty." That would be jury tampering. Or just like talking about it loudly in front of them, something like that. Talking like this is not jury tampering.
Be like an Abraham Lincoln, God bless his soul. Or God rest his soul. God rest his soul, Abraham Lincoln.
God.
Okay.
Um,
All right.
he believed in
Jack
the
is
good
gonna
of
cut
man
you off
too.
at this point. Gonna cut you off at this point. All right.
Cross
So you
examination.
described.
Oh, you're
No.
still doing. Okay.
I got more.
Okay, I thought you were saying no more questions.
No, I just can't let him ramble too much because then we could get in trouble.
Yeah.
So you described scarring on her hands and her ankles. Were there any more injuries present on her that you could see? There were. I don't remember. There was bruising.
Oh yeah,
Wait, I
there
can
was.
have one of you put me on the stand. We could do
No,
that.
don't make us do
I mean,
that.
I would have seen her. I would have seen her up close
Just question
too.
myself.
So where did she have bruising? I don't remember that. Like
Yeah,
on her.
scars.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I talked about the bruising on the scars. Okay. Oh yeah, she also had bruising where there was scarring too. So those the injuries were recent.
Were you coerced in any way to let her go?
I was not. I believe in the good in people.
What other questions did I ask Mulred? I forgot already.
Yeah. Good question. I don't know.
I could make a risky play and ask him about his time in prison and ask if no, that's a bad idea.
Yeah.
It would bring in the whipping and whatnot is not acceptable even with prison populations. But it would potentially prejudice the jury against him. So it would be a risky play. Could potentially work. Could potentially not.
When we're talking about this, like, oh, I don't know what the jury might think. It is just Dell.
It's just Dell, I know. It's just Dell, I know. But still, my brain. You have given me a legal situation, so my brain is going, ah, yes, the jury that definitely exists. It's just one man who's
Yeah,
going to find us guilty regardless.
All right. Any other questions?
Do we have any other questions? Real, do you have any questions you want me to ask you?
No, I think I'm good.
No further questions.
All right. Gears approaches. So, you are clear on the facts that you were assigned a retrieval mission and you did disobey that order.
Oh, that was the question I forgot to ask. Y'all didn't help me. I tried to remember.
I didn't remember that either, man.
I asked you.
This is the judge now, right?
No, this
No,
is
this
the
is Gears.
prosecution.
Oh,
Be
okay.
honest.
Yeah,
Well-
cross-examination.
Well, yes, we were sent out to find this person and bring them back. Mr.
And
Gears it is, right?
yes.
Thank you, sir.
And it is true that you had the opportunity to complete the mission.
That really depends on how you define opportunity.
Don't get it racist.
Opportunity ceases where duty takes over.
Decent
And
answer.
you did not see a mission, a direct order, as a duty.
It was an unlawful order.
When the duty undermines my humanity, that is where it ceases to be duty.
I want to take the stand, but I know that none of you want me to do that. Because none of you want to be the lawyer.
Somebody be brave for Nez.
Please.
All right. But the fact is, you had the prisoner, the person of interest. You had the opportunity to return to camp, and you made the decision outside of the chain of command to not complete the mission.
Again, I'll fall back to it depends on how you define opportunity. We did have the person in custody. I did not bring him back. Whether you want to see that as opportunity or doing the right thing is up to you, but let that speak on your humanity. That's between you and God.
No further questions.
Please.
All right. Is anybody going to bring Bright to the stand? We got Kondraki. We got Gears. We got Bright.
All right.
And Brand, if you know a lot.
I've
I
done
can even-
some stuff in different communities. I think I can.
All right. So
Like,
you're going to puppet Kondraki now?
I will. Can we have one Victor Bright called to the stand?
Thank you, Ivo. I love you. Yeah,
This makes up for the earlier part of the... No.
I was never mad at Ivo. I was never mad at Ivo. Victor was mad at Dell. I was never mad at Ivo. To be clear. Yeah,
All right,
Victor
continue.
goes up.
Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Okay.
You can feed Ivo questions if you have to.
Okay. Do you want to just ask? All right. You should probably start with the name and rank.
Text Ivo your questions.
Right here. Give me 3 seconds, possibly. Where the I was just texting you today. Why did you disappear? Okay, there you are.
I am so fucking dumb.
What, my
No.
timer?
Dell, be
Not
nice.
like this.
What?
Real Dell, be nice to fake Dell.
Technically, be nice to
Leo
your
over there
dog.
posing.
Yeah,
Kinda.
mine's a physical object in front of a camera.
I can't
Oh,
get
it's,
anything to work.
God.
It's so sad.
there we go.
Balloons. Balloons.
All right, those are the main four that I. Oh yeah,
Okay. So, for the record, state your name and rank.
Victor Bright. I am a private.
What happened 2 days ago when you received the order to go retrieve the asset?
Well, Commander Rufus called us in, told us that there was a woman who was an administrator asset who was under the influence of whatever the fuck the number is. I can't remember the number right now. He does not
Just
curse in
fill it
court,
in.
but yeah, insert the number here.
Yeah.
And that she was racing through the forest and did not know that she was heading towards the Lost Village. He asked us to go and get her and bring her back. So we left. On our way there, there were 3 horse rider demon things that were chasing us. We went too fast, hit a tree, killed those, found the girl, brought her into the truck, and we started talking to her. She had clearly been through some horrible shit. She had scarring on her wrists, her ankles, bruising. She was talking about a labor camp, just terrible things. And so we decided that we weren't going to bring her back. It wouldn't be right. It would be, frankly, I think, unlawful. And so we drove her to Canada. We let her leave.
I see. Were you in any way coerced?
No. She had a knife and we had guns. There was nothing she could have done. She was desperate,
Why
and it
did
was the right thing to do.
Why did you and your party do it?
It was incredibly clear that what was going on was wrong. I mean, we're supposed to be here fighting all of these demonic things that are flattening people for the good of humanity, while our administration is essentially using slavery again, and we're supposed to just be fine with that and go bring back the people who managed to get away. Like, no, we're not doing that.
I see.
Even if they had a reason to hold her, it would still be terrible treatment. Like, it wouldn't fly in a prison. It doesn't matter. It was wrong.
Henry, not understanding decorum, says, and I've been to prison.
Don't
Fuck.
you see Victor just put his head in his hands? You could have said that I could have asked you the prison question if you wanted to mention prison. You butthead.
Alcatraz.
Final question.
Don't have that
Were
part.
you aware that you were disobeying a direct order?
Yes. We had several discussions about it. Well, one long discussion about it. And we all ended up agreeing that it was the right thing to do.
I see.
We
No
viewed it
further
as
questions, Your Honor.
unlawful.
All right. Gears steps up.
Oh god, they have my stuff.
Yeah, they do.
Oh fuck.
It's fine.
They didn't
What
bring
stuff?
it up though. Oh, they
They can bring it into evidence with me on the stand now.
Right.
That's the problem. I can
Private
possibly use them all.
Bright.
Yes, sir.
You are aware that there are monsters. This is correct?
Yes, we all are.
You have been in direct contact with monsters.
Yes.
You've been in contact with their artifacts.
Yes.
So you know better than anyone that there are things outside of normal human experience that we are fighting.
I do.
You were present when Commander Rufus read the description and containment procedures of a registered phenomenon, correct?
I do. I was, and I find nothing odd about that behavior.
Would you find it reasonable that, given these unusual circumstances, certain containment procedures might be outside the realm of normal morality?
I don't.
All right, no further questions. All right, are you doing anything else for your defense?
Do we want a redirect, which is when you can ask more questions to kind of correct what happened on Cross?
Decide amongst yourselves.
I think we're
I ain't the
good.
lawyer here.
I don't know what
All I'm
Moral
gonna
said.
say, I'm not there.
I think we're
Okay.
good.
Okay. I don't think he really said anything. Like, he said that Victor's come in contact with the artifacts. He didn't say that he's been influenced by them, because that would be speculation. He didn't say anything of meaning with that.
Yeah, not
We
really.
could possibly explore what Victor meant by I don't, but meh. At most, we just want to have a good closing statement, and I can probably bullshit something.
Fair enough.
Do we want to
Alright.
put Conager back on the stand? Conager, do you want to go back on the stand?
I wouldn't be opposed. I've just been sitting on my ass here this entire time.
If I ask you the question about being coerced, are you gonna go yes?
After getting played.
No, I'm not.
Do you pinky promise digitally?
All four of them.
Do you click
I
the
know
I
why you're
pinky promise box?
I click it 4 times, once with each of my pinkies.
What?
I don't want your
Pinky
toes, but
toes?
fine. You know what? Sure, yeah, I'll take it. All right, Victor's coming off the stand for calling up Conager.
All right.
Also, y'all never asked me the name and rank thing.
You
You
weren't
can do
my
it
witness.
now.
It was fine.
Yeah.
You weren't my witness. It wasn't my problem. All right, we would like to call Del Conager back to the stand, please.
All right.
The
And you go up.
weapon clunks back over.
Could you restate your name and rank for the record, please?
I can. Del Gallagher, private.
Wonderful. Let me go look at the questions that I sent you, because I already forgot what I said. All right, can you tell us what happened 2 days ago?
I can. Went into the officer's room with the rest of my team. We got the order about tracking down some executive asset, and I loaded up the truck. Didn't hear much else. After that, just where they were heading. We drove for a bit. The riders aforementioned came up on either side of us. I opted to accelerate, seeing as they were just horses. Reached about 120, hit a tree, minimal damage.
Luckily,
We fought off.
you killed us.
We fought off the riders. I got the truck back up and running. We eventually spotted our target. I pulled I pulled the truck up to her, stopped it, let Cross go out and capture. Brought her back inside, started driving back to base. Once we found out just what happened for her to end up in this situation, I, with the rest of my team, opted to drop her off at the Canadian border. Gave her my pistol there.
You're
Then
opting to tell them
we,
what happened to the pistol.
I thought we were just telling the truth.
Yeah, we are. I just didn't know that you'd say that. There's nothing wrong with it. I'm honestly kind of happy about it. I just didn't know you'd say it. That's out of character, for the record. I was just like, oh.
Yeah. You notice that I got my Midwestern back when I answered.
Yeah. Okay. Make
Drove back to base, went in, got court martialed, and from there it's history.
Were you coerced into driving her to Canada, coming back?
I was not. My grandfather, Radical Conacher, fought in the Union, along with the grandfather of Cross.
Didn't know that. She texted. Why? Why'd you do it?
Well, felt it was the right thing to do. Ain't
Did you know you
nobody
were
should be in the service of another man or woman.
Did you know you were disobeying a direct order?
I did.
Do I ask about the minor conflict before we decide to drive her? What do we think?
Up to you.
This is why I wanted to talk to y'all beforehand, but then we kept getting distracted.
Good, sure. Ask about it.
Was there any conflict before the decision was made?
For clarity, to drop her off over the Canadian border.
Yes. Was there any conflict? To restate the question for the record, was there any conflict within the truck about whether or not to drop her over the Canadian border?
Minor. It was mainly a decision of, are we willing? Do the pros of the situation outweigh the cons? For either taking her back to base or taking her to Canada. We opted for the latter option.
Do you stand by that decision?
I do.
I should have asked that of everyone. I'm kind of mad that I didn't think to do that. And I can't ask him, do you think your friends would stand by it? Because that's speculation. That's alright. Do we have any further questions, guys?
I think so.
No further questions, Your Honor.
All right, Gear steps up. And he points to the photo. So, is it true when this photo was taken, you were still in possession of your sidearm?
That is true.
And that is a sidearm you signed off on and was still ASCI property.
So was that
That is
woman. That
true.
didn't stop us then. What?
Yeah, help
He's
make
not
sure.
wrong.
Yeah,
just
that was
saying.
a note. That was a note.
Obviously.
Anyway, wait. Yeah, so you said yes?
Yes.
So
Being honest.
knowing that,
Just
you
terrifying.
still decided to hand over that firearm to someone not authorized to have it.
Spin it,
Well,
spin it,
we were
spin
putting
it.
her out in the wild as we couldn't afford to drop her off at a settlement due to fuel reserves. So, in order for her to better defend herself against the horrors that are unleashing into this world, I gave her my pistol.
All right, no further questions.
Do we want to redirect? Not quite the spin I was hoping for on the pistol, but it works.
Yeah, I think it's fine.
Yeah.
I guess the question
Are
is,
we
do
happy?
you want to redirect?
I'm
Dude, it's
asking the rest of
late.
the.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, it
It's
is.
so late.
It
Yeah.
is. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we've
All
gone
right. Yeah,
over.
we're good.
All right, closing statements then.
Yeah.
All right, well,
I
Gears
believe
will
the
go
prosecution
first.
goes first.
Yeah. All right, he walks
I will
over
try
to
not
the
to be
jury. You have all seen that you are living in a world of horrors. And as you may have realized with the explanation of phenomenons, these horrors extend to more than just the demonic forces you are facing directly. These phenomenon, which are kept hidden from the public, can get very esoteric, and combating these forces may require us to do unethical things for the betterment of all. The defendants have admitted to doing something ethical against the orders of the chain of command, which could have disastrous consequences. You are to decide their guilt not on whether they did the right thing, but if they did the thing they are accused. As they have all admitted to doing. I leave the judgment in your capable hands. All right. Who wants to be Kondraki?
Ooh. I don't want to be Kondraki, but maybe make a statement about how what the ASCI was doing with the woman is in violation of one of those amendments.
Okay.
13 to 15, I believe.
Whoever is playing Kondraki, I will confirm he is Foundation. So consider the Foundation's perspective on
that it's not.
It's not
That
what?
it's not a. That it's not a real thing. Am I
Yeah,
allowed
the
to say that? Are we allowed to say that?
Amendment.
If you are playing as Kondraki, who is Foundation and has been going through the phenomenon files, you can give his perspective.
Yeah, all right.
So who
Okay.
wants to give the closing, defense's closing statement?
I would say it's in violation of the Eighth Amendment.
Yeah.
I thought it was 13.
The Eighth Amendment is cruel and unusual punishment.
Yes. That would be for the
But
if
I
they
believe
try to argue, well, she's a prisoner. 13
Or
is for the you can't do that slave thing.
Or in this case, not so much she was a prisoner, but we're dealing with fucking monsters and magical forces, which may require cruel acts.
But not this.
You may have doomed us all.
Except we didn't, though.
Again, if you're speaking through Kondraki, you're giving the Foundation's perspective on this article. Who wants to give the closing statements?
I say the person who's most adept to give them.
Yeah. How you feeling, Jester? How you feeling about this?
Nez is always the leader.
I don't know what you meant by that, and I don't know how I feel about what you might have meant by that.
Before it
what
was Nez,
happened
I kept pushing it
yesterday.
off on Morat.
It's just
could
this
also-
running gag. I'm always
don't
trying to kill Real's characters. Nez's characters are always assumed to be the leader of the group.
Yeah. Except this time it's actually
My
true.
characters either always die or are associated with robots and guns.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, closing
I didn't
statement.
want to keep controlling things, but I will happily do closing statements if you guys don't want to. Okay, cool.
Also,
I'm not gonna take a stray dog.
a long time ago, Tempest asked how it's going, and I responded death penalty, and Tempest said perfect.
Yeah, that's why I said we didn't want to use as our jury, because she would kill us all.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna start with my learned friend is correct. That's called lawyer shade. If we are living, that's how you call. That's how you say that motherfucker, but politely in the court. We are living in a world filled with horrors. That does not mean that we need to add to them. Phenomenon is
Mhm.
not an actual anomaly in human behavior. Any human would respond the same way to the same treatment. Now, what my clients did while in subordination was under the law. Shit, the words are leaving. Hold on.
Yeah, I know that feeling.
Yeah, it keeps happening lately and it's pissing me off. Okay. Soldiers are under the obligation not to carry out an order unlawful. If they were to have returned the woman to ASCI custody, they would have returned her to what was essentially slavery. Phenomenon, insert numbers here, is not an anomaly in human psychology or human behavior. I doubt that he would say that he's Foundation, but I mean, insert whatever expert credentials he can get away with saying, because I don't know what he can say. Sorry. I had too much fun and then my brain shut off. So,
Yep.
while my clients have admitted what they have done, they have also thoroughly explained to you their thought processes and their reasoning behind their insubordination. They truly believe, and I'm inclined to agree with them, that if they had followed out this order, it would have been an unlawful act. And as soldiers, they are honor-bound and duty-bound not to follow an unlawful order, as are all of you. Now, it is up to all of you whether or not you think that returning Matilda to these conditions would have been lawful. My clients have admitted what they have done. They are proud of what they have done. I would hope that all of
That's
you would have
right.
done the same. The ASCI should be ashamed of phenomenon insert numbers here. Thank you for your time. And he's gonna go sit down.
All right, and magistrate addresses the jury. All right, you may go into the breakout room and discuss your verdict as they all file out.
Yeah,
So
we're
everyone,
boned.
yeah.
You're
All right, so
boned.
now is your time. You can finally talk amongst yourselves.
I think that
Oh, I
went
don't
about
think
as
that
well as
went
it could
too
have.
bad.
He was. I will say, we probably didn't have to say we did it. They didn't prove like really anything
Yeah,
until we
not
went.
really.
Yeah, we did it. But also, if we
You-
were going to make the argument of it was an unlawful order, which it was,
then you
we would
have
have
to
had to
own
say,
it.
yeah. Then we
Yeah.
have to say we did it, and we're proud we did it. We did it. And also,
However, I give
you know,
props to Kondraki. One hell of a job.
Basically,
well,
give
thank you,
props to Nez. One hell of a job.
thank you.
Yeah, that's essentially what I'm saying, but in character.
Yeah, that's why I went thank you when Ivo first said it, because it's Dell's character, but I know that Ivo meant me. I'm so sorry that I dragged that out so long.
This is
I
your
don't think that Dell realized when he court-martialed us that he was hitting like a massive hyperfixation of mine.
Like, how often are you going to be able to roleplay a court drama that you yourself are not DMing?
Right.
If I
None of
had
my
a
players
Nick
ever want to do
strategy
court
set,
stuff.
I like to get weird with it.
Yeah, the weird high
if I had
school
a
AU
nickel,
episode.
Yeah.
What?
if I had
Oh,
a
yeah.
nickel for every
Yeah, Nez was not there. The end of Site 314, uh, they did high school AU where they were the teachers of a high school.
Yeah, that is the context for me shoving spoons up Real's ass.
What? I
This was
thought
in a
you
high
said that
that
you were
is
students.
not even
Because
context.
I thought when you told me that you meant that you were like yourselves or like students, because I'd expect that from the kids in
We were
my school.
teachers.
I wouldn't expect the teachers to get caught doing that in
Faculty were shoving spoons up each other's asses. I was the driver's ed teacher. Real was like Wizards 101.
Yeah.
I will say, I didn't do like any of the work in my driver's ed course. I passed the test though, so it's chill.
Oh shit.
I got 100%. It's fine.
All
The work
right,
was
so
just take notes on the slideshow, and he'd read the slideshow verbatim. So
all right, so it's like an hour later, and the jury re-emerges.
guilty, death penalty.
Firing
I
squad.
feel like for having like
I mean,
5 minutes
Kazraki
to
did
prepare
say
once we actually
work
figured out what was
that
going
will
on,
happen
it did
this
fairly
many
well.
years ago.
They
All
were
right, so
clearly evasive with what it was. We laid it out for them. We were very honest. We did
all
that.
right, so the jury has their statement prepared.
Oh god.
All right, so one of the jurymen steps up. Again, they all have gas masks, just like you, except for Cross briefly. All right, so the statement's like, since we arrived in Washington, we have faced things we never knew existed. We have had to get up to speed with an entirely new reality. We have seen comrades taken by forces we don't understand and become foes, doing things the likes of which are beyond comprehension. We acknowledge that in this new reality, there is a new moral system that we will have to get accustomed to. However, we find that Commander Rufus was not forthcoming with the description of the phenomenon he sent them out to retrieve, which caused them to default back to their military training of not following unjust orders. For this reason, we find them not guilty.
Oh my god!
Let's go.
Yeah.
We actually did it?
Yeah,
I
you
was
did
sitting
it.
here like, there's no way Dell does the yes, and for my next trick, I punish the
Remember,
characters for not
I'm
upholding
not-
slavery.
I'm not an asshole, all right?
No,
If
I
you
know
do
you're
a
not
good
that,
job.
I just didn't think we could get out of it. Oh my god.
You made it, guys. Oh my god.
Oh boy, time to go work on my tank some more. I'll see you fellas later.
And with that, we're on Rufus's shit list.
All right,
Oh
and
yeah,
Brand
Rufus is totally pissed.
Brand bangs the gavel. It's like, all right, this is dismissed. Everyone
Thank
starts
you so
filing
much
out.
for this.
As soon as he can, Dell goes, re-equips all of his engineering gear, and goes straight back into the tent that he was working on.
As you do,
I've been away for too
Victor's not even
fucking
fighting
long.
about it.
I gotta get to work.
all right, as you enter, all of the other engineers that are like continuing the project see you enter. They all stop what they're doing and just applaud to have you back. They are cheering that you made it out, like you made it back. Oh, just stone faced.
Why
No,
you don't
like
say
I was
thank you?
doing something else. Dell is kind of like, oh wait, what? All right. As he like starts getting his welding shit on and getting his wrenches, getting all of his shit. And
So you're not basking in the congratulations.
no, he's just like, oh, that's neat. Anyways, I got work to do.
The man doesn't know how to people. We're his only friends.
All right. So on the inside, what's he doing? Like internally.
Can I do mechanics for the engine? Like to try and get the engine fully operational.
Yeah, you can, but also like your inner monologue, your inner feelings.
Oh, currently it is just tank, tank, engine, gun, armor, tank, tank.
Okay, so you're just
It's a very simple man.
now that the roadblock is out of the way. How's
He is a
everyone?
very simple man.
How is everyone else's characters feeling about this turn of events?
Blackwood's like,
Uh,
oh my god, thank Christ.
Cross, who doesn't understand the legal system and all, just goes, Kondraki, motion to do a little jig.
Granted.
And he goes, yay! And he kicks his hat off, and he pulls out his harmonica, and he's like playing the harmonica and dancing around.
Wow,
Through the
two
gas
of you
mask.
have harmonicas.
2 harmonicas.
You can start a little band.
Harmonica duet.
Please tell me Rat pulls out his and joins in.
Yeah.
I think Victor's just head down on the table, just, oh my god, how the fuck did we get out of that?
Blackwood's just like, oh thank God, I can see my family again.
We all know you won't live long enough to see your family.
I have
We
to
have
make it
4
through 4
sessions
more
left.
sessions. It's
We have
fine.
4 sessions left. It's possible. Jester, might have gotten a little bit teary because this was like a lot of fun for me, and I really appreciate you guys bearing with like my interest and whatnot. So thank you.
Of course.
All right. So last bit. As Commander Rufus has like a box of confiscated stuff that he's going
Oh, yeah,
around
my
and
stuff.
returning to everybody. The last person he returns to, is Bright. And as he's giving these arcane artifacts, he like raises up his gas mask to get in real close. It's like, you got lucky. But we're dealing with stuff out here, and I need you to obey the chain of command.
Just don't give unlawful orders, dickhead.
Commander,
I'm not saying
Also-
that, but I want to. So he has pinpointed that this was my fault. Yeah.
He's decided yes.
Yeah, I'm the one with all the demon shit in my box, so it makes sense.
Yeah, and he's like, I'm going to be keeping a very close eye on you. And as in
Fine.
right before he puts his gas mask back on, you just not even sure you notice, but it almost looks like his breath is red.
Commander, let me ask
It's
you,
a critical motherfucker.
were you in Europe a couple of years ago?
Oh, I am so snitching to the rest of the team. Y'all were mad about me doing shit. That motherfucker's breath is red.
He's one of them.
I ain't doing
Anyways,
shit.
can I make my roll now?
Yeah, go for it.
Alright, rolling 4 dice with the possibility of re-rolling twice.
All right. While you're doing that, rewards. Everybody gets a card for successfully avoiding jail and or manual labor. Does Bright want to risk corruption for 4 more cards to the pot?
How many sessions are left?
4.
4.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jesus, man.
What?
You want to swap leadership after this? I can take on some corruption because you need to stop.
I'm fine.
I'm listening to
All
the
right.
I'm just a
voices.
little
So
bit
down
pale,
to 4 successes.
and the
All
bags
right,
under my eyes are a
1
little bit worse than
through
normal, but it's
5.
fine.
You know the routine.
All right. Let's go with 4.
4. All right.
Mm-hmm.
All right. The rest are in the pot.
Maybe I'm hearing voices, and maybe I'm a little paler than usual,
Maybe it's
and maybe
Maybelline.
there's something.
10 is
Yeah.
like corrupted, I believe.
5.
Or 10
I'm not
5 is
taking
corrupted.
Yeah, 5 you
I'm not
lose the
taking-
character.
I'm not taking
You need
corruption
to swap
every single
out, man.
time. I'm not taking corruption every single time. It's a 50-50 shot, okay?
I don't
I'm-
like your odds.
Fine. My luck is better than yours.
That's big talk.
I can't wait for this to be over and get to tell you exactly what it is at what point that you started getting concerned.
If you fucking tell me it's 1, I swear.
I'm not allowed to legally respond to that, or Dell will kill me.
Metaphorically.
But 4 successes
Just smush the
for
character.
getting the engine up and running.
Okay, so 4 added to the pot. How are you going to distribute them?
Let's see. Well, there's 4 of us, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
1 to everyone.
Okay.
Everyone cool with that?
Yep.
All right, I'll have those to you in like half an hour at most. All right. I'm glad at least one of you really liked the idea of this session.
I'm sorry.
Oh, I think it was really neat. I enjoyed
good.
it.
But yeah, 4 successes for the engine.
Oh,
and like
4,
getting it fully
goddamn.
operational.
Okay, so is Blackwood working on the engine still?
Oh yeah, fuck it, why not?
Yeah. All right, so
Do I also
4
get a standing ovation, or is it very?
Yes, you also got the standing
Sick.
ovation. All right, so Conacher has completed with his team the frame. It just needs to get put on, like the wheels, the axle, all that. We need to get the engine done, and then need to get the weapons operational.
That roll was through the engine.
Oh, you're not working on. Oh, okay. The engine is operational. Then you still need to work on the armor plating.
Smart, so I get to roll
Because
3.
he's good at engine, not so much at the rest of the stuff.
No successes.
All right, you have contributed nothing.
As always.
He's there from
I fucking helped. I don't want to hear it.
He's got things done before, and at least he hasn't
If
hit
you won't
a
drop
tree.
Blackwood was actually too busy celebrating. Everyone's just giving him
Blackwood
shots.
the tree, I won't drop the fact that Blackwood does nothing in the text.
Blackwood did
You
things
gotta
when
make
you
it
weren't
true.
there. Blackwood helped with the tank when you weren't there. That's the
Didn't he
thing,
like
though.
tighten one socket?
No,
I
he
did
was
the electrical
useful.
systems.
Yeah.
All right.
I've
We're
lied
going
about
off
him
the
breaking your
air
tank.
in 5.
Always punch Nazis.
Until
Always.
next time.
And shut up in your trials. This only worked out for us because it was fictional.